gone over it. You guys are in a strange temple. Temple to the god Tyr, if I'm not mistaken. You managed to get inside and found that there was more ogres inside here roaming about and guarding this place for someone they called their master. You learned that the master is probably a tiefling. One of the ogres was somehow you got him to reveal that his god, or I'm sorry, his master looked like Arcanius, right? So, and then you fought your way through a little bit further. You came to a large battle with 3 kind of like very large ogres. You slew them, and you found some treasure. And I believe that's kind of right where we left off, is during the identification of this stuff here. Some potions were mixed in the lot. You got a couple different things, so we should probably take care of that first and foremost.
Florence starts doing a series of identification rituals.
Okay, which one do you want to know about first? Because
the orb.
The orb, huh? Okay. So you cast Identify on this. After a few minutes, discover what powers lie within this thing. So it seems to give someone the ability to increase their spell power. In out of character terms, what it does is it increases your DC by plus 1, but it's cursed. So anyone who wields this, so the longer you wield this, and the more creatures you kill while wielding it, you start to become more and more sort of like decayed looking on the outside.
Wait,
so your charisma will drop slowly over time.
Like you turn ugly or something?
Yes, your charisma decreases, basically.
You start getting decrepit and hideous, basically.
I hand it to Arcanise as a gift.
Without telling him what it does?
Yeah, do you tell him what it does?
Yeah.
Everything that it does, or just one thing that it does?
That's even more cruel.
I'll tell him that it is cursed, though. I won't tell him the curse.
Okay.
Well, maybe the wizard could use this since, you know, he needs all the help he can get. But if not, I'll see if I can't sell it. It is an orb. Maybe I could pawn it off, say it's a very exquisite gem of some sort.
So, yeah, the orb has some practical purposes as well. It does increase your spell power, spell difficulty. So you found these potions, and the magic power potion, I think we went over that last week, but the magery one, the potion of magic power, I think I forget how long I said, but it increases your
8 hours.
8 hours for that.
Yes.
It increases your the same thing, like it increases your DC by +1 for 8 hours without the curse. The potion of health is a regular 1d8 +2 that can be used as a bonus action potion.
I have to do a quick bio. I'll be back.
Right. The potion of mana regeneration restores 1 spell point.
Or spell slot.
Spell slot, yep. So if you drink that,
a useful item.
You can gain some spell slots back. And the restoration potion is just like the spell restoration, but in the potion form. So, full action to use. There's 2 potions of giant strength. So if I'm not mistaken, regular giant strength. Let's see. I think that gives you plus, or it sets your your strength to a certain number, I think. So that would be the hill giant one, which is the lowest tier. That'll set your strength to 21 for probably not a very long time. We'll say it sets your strength to 21 for about an hour, and there's 2 of those.
Right. How about Malik and Favorite? Each take 1.
There you go. Well, Fader's not here to write it down, so just remind him.
Well, it's
Yeah.
he added all the potions into the party loot, so unless someone's taken note of all this.
Yeah, you guys can divide it up now, though, if you want.
Why would
Okay.
you give a potion of ogre strength to or giant strength to a wizard?
It's not much use to me, since I'm fighting dexterity.
Mhm.
And he doesn't have much dex, so he can make good use. It'll bump his strength up probably by +3, his bonus.
Yeah.
Plus
Be a
4.
lot higher, I think, +4.
Yeah, he definitely can win way more as a sword dancer thing. Sword singer. Regeneration, I'd say Malik, right?
The mana regeneration one?
No, no, give that
nah,
to Florence.
Yeah.
No, I mean the health thing. Or is it that restoration? Oh, yeah.
There's restoration. Yeah, so that restores, like, low-level negative effects. They can also be restored from a long rest, apparently, which we learned last week, so. So there's that. And then there's just an extra health potion mixed in there. So, but the biggest item was probably the weapon, and the book probably is more important. But that book needs to be translated. So there's this Morning Star flail item. Let's deal with the Morning Star. Let's deal with the Morning Star first. So, Florence, are you identifying that as well? Florence.
She's AFK
I'm
for
back.
a second. Oh, she's back. He's back.
I go back to the Morning Star.
Okay. So with the Morning Star, it's a +1 magical weapon, and it also has, it gives you advantage on grapple checks if you were to use it. Plus, it's a reach weapon.
Yes.
So this is a custom weapon. It's not in the book. So I'm making it up to the way I think it should be. So it's a magical weapon. It does blunt and piercing damage.
That's cool.
Okay.
Bludgeoning and piercing.
Yep, because of the spikes and the ball, and it gives you advantage if you wish to make grapple checks. This weapon is a strength-based weapon, though, so you must, wield it with a strong arm to
That rolls
wield it
me.
properly.
That rolls me out.
So this would be a good alternate weapon for any dumbasses who think you're above this. So
Yeah, I think the only thing it would probably do Malik the best in case he needs to like go from two-handed to like a one-handed, maybe a bunch of skeletons needs to use bludgeoning on or something, I don't know.
yeah, so it'll do piercing damage to creatures who are more susceptible to piercing. It'll do bludgeoning damage to creatures who are more susceptible to bludgeoning damage. So it's a utility weapon. That's what I build it as.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
And it has reach, right?
Yeah, it has
Reach.
reach.
Yeah.
Which
It
makes
has
it
reach.
really awesome.
Yes,
Which-
it does.
If I
Malik,
yeah, I should pick up a shield to go along with that then.
That would really be cool. And also you could have advantage on grappling checks too, so yeah.
You don't even need a shield. Yeah, you can just use it in a pinch when you need to.
Yeah,
You know, like
but it'd be good to have a shield to go with it if I decide I want to use that instead of my greatsword. Bump up my
right,
armor
but think
class.
think about it typically. Like when you want to swap weapons out, you can do that as a free action. But
Yep.
if you're going to swap a weapon out and a shield,
That's a whole
you
turn.
have to use your bonus action as well.
Oh, bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah. To swap them both. To swap from weapon to weapon, it's free. Right, Dave?
Yeah.
Didn't we figure that out?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a free
you have
action
one
for
free
weapon
weapon
to
swap.
weapon.
Yeah, you get one. Or wait another round and do the other one. Would be also acceptable. But it's going to use up your bonus action, which isn't not necessarily bad, but like, you know, if you're swapping out two things, especially with your weak arm, it's going to take longer, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying it would be a good extra option for this guy depending on what situation we're in. Is to pick up a shield to go with it.
Yeah.
Always
So-
good to have a shield.
Are you taking it then?
I'll take it.
Smart.
Does it have a specific
um,
name, or is it just going to be +1
No,
flail?
it's just a +1 flail with all those other properties. Yeah.
Could he use it two-handed instead of one-handed? If they would have that trait.
It's not really versatile like
Yeah.
that. Its versatility is in the
Okay,
other
yeah.
things that it can do. So
Still a great weapon.
yeah, it's an awesome weapon. I always loved that game Castlevania. Remember that game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beating the crap out of demons and or vampires with it. Like that was fun. So the spell book's the only other thing you'll have to figure out. But I'm going to say that'll take you a good 8 hours to decipher everything.
Right.
And that's if
That's
someone
definitely a downtime.
that's a downtime activity for you guys. So just write down. Someone can jot it down. It's a spell book of. I'm sure Draconis already has it, but it's in Abyssal. I said right.
Yes, he says Abyssal.
Okay, so that's what you found, and in the meantime, there's more dungeon to explore here. So far, you haven't heard anything, or no one's come upon you while you were standing around here.
Yeah, Malik was standing right here watching down the pathway. I didn't want to interrupt you while you were talking.
No, that's fine. I knew that though. I see him standing.
Okay. Okay. Julian, would you take the lead again?
Yes, let's move on. And I sneakily move up the corridor.
All right.
Do you want a stealth check?
Yes. If you want stealth check, sure.
Yeah, always. Like, I'm taking the lead.
Yeah, smart.
So that'll be 23.
Okay, yeah, you move up ahead very quietly and carefully.
Yeah. And I'm, like, watching out for tripwires and shit, but I don't know much about traps. So I'll be...
Well, your passive
Sneaky.
perception's a 15, right? So basically,
Yeah.
passively, if you see anything that's like obvious, you're gonna see it. Even stuff that's not too obvious, you're gonna see. But as you walk up, you see something interesting up ahead. Some type of altar or some type of thing in the middle of the room here.
Alright, and it has one of those weird crystals embedded in it, right?
Yes, it's very strange looking. It's not like anything you've encountered so far. It's a crystal for sure, but
Alright. Yeah, I'll gesture for the others to follow, and I'll stand guard around the corner here.
Malik's
guys
gonna take up a position ready just to the left of Julian.
I say, Malik, can you sense any evil coming from this altar and from that crystal? If you do, let me know. Maybe I could examine that crystal.
Reaching for his symbol of Lathander, Malik says a quick prayer, Lord of the Morning, guide my path, and uses his, holy cow, I just scrolled in really quick. Uses his ability, Divine Sense.
And
So-
it allows you to detect the presence of evil.
You know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Right. Yes, you don't detect any evil creatures nearby.
Okay, so he doesn't.
te-
It also applies to items that are holy or desecrated.
Nothing is unholy. There's no unholy presence right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I turn back to Arcania, so I sense nothing, and then I go back and I take up my position off to Julian's left, watching that other pathway.
I come over here. I pull out my hold on, it's right here. My jeweler's tools,
Okay.
and I fully examine this crystal.
Okay. It appears to
I'm
be.
on the roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make a check to see what you
Okay.
come up with here.
I'd probably roll with advantage since I'm using tools.
It's fine. You can roll with advantage.
20 plus my. What would that be? Investigation or?
Well, what kind of check are you doing?
I'm examining the properties of this crystal. Maybe it holds magical properties. The worth. I'm using my toolkit to see what it's worth, its rarity, if it holds any magical properties,
So
anything like that.
this
So-
is a type of sapphire, from what you can see, examining it, based on what kind of chemical compounds are in it, in its natural state. But it is definitely curious that it's sitting in the middle of this stone here like that.
Yeah, that is curious. I rolled the natural 20, by the way, but natural 20s don't count on skill checks.
No, they don't
No.
tell you everything. But
No,
you,
they don't.
for that check that you were doing, that's what you learn. You definitely know it's a sapphire.
Oh, it's a sapphire.
It's a cluster of sapphires, really, all bound together.
I tell the group it's a cluster of sapphires bound together. I don't know what it's used for or whatnot. Do I detect any art, like magical properties off of it, like arcana?
That would be a detect magic.
Okay.
So it's very important that you guys do the right checks to get the right information.
Could he
Like,
do
if you're-
an Arcana check to see if it has magical properties?
No, Arcana checks don't reveal
Okay.
that. Detect magic does.
Yeah.
All Arcana checks do is tell you the history of it if it's something magical.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if someone has detect magic, that would tell you if there's magic in it. If you want to do an Arcana check, you can tell if there's something about this thing that is magical, but
Yes.
you know, based on what your knowledge of arcane objects tells you. Like detect magic just lets you feel if it's magical.
All right. I rolled a 14
For Arcana,
for arcana.
you've definitely know that gems and crystals can hold magical properties. That's an easy one
Yes.
for you. It doesn't take you much effort to know that. But there's nothing specific that you've ever read about that's you've seen this particular thing,
Okay.
you know?
Very well.
Well,
Well, It's obviously here for something. I don't know what it's used for, but it's obviously here for something and used for something, but I don't know what. Did I determine its worth by any chance?
It's probably worth quite a bit. It's a lot.
It's worth.
Um,
I tell the group it's actually worth a small fortune.
Yeah, I would say it's probably, over 1,000 easily, but you'd have to refine it. You could, if you did a lot of jeweling with it, like you could get a lot out of it, because the type of sapphires that you see in there, the different combinations of color, some of them are quite rare.
Ah,
I watched a show on this not too long ago
That's
about
very cool.
sapphires and gems, and there's most gems are sapphires, believe it or not. They're all just called different things based on
so
what
we
color.
could get like 5,000 gold for this or something like that, huh?
Yeah, if you can get it out of this, it's embedded in the stone.
Yeah. There's the question if we want to desecrate a possible shrine of Tyr.
Well, it has no it has no holy or unholy presence around it. So, in all likelihood, it was used in arcane rituals, not divine. But as Arcanius is doing that, I'm gonna play Faerith for Draconis for a minute. Faerith walked up to that table in the corner and started shifting through the papers and looking through that desk.
Ah. That's probably the best approach so far. So, reading what's written down, you read through it, and it.
You cut out Mike.
Yeah.
Living stone.
Okay, start over. You completely cut out.
Yeah, I did. So it appears to be notes on creating creatures out of living stone.
Oh wow, like
Ooh.
golems.
All right.
That is super cool.
Well, Faerith is
Yeah.
going to tuck those into his pocket for now. If anybody asks, he just tells them that it's notes on magic that he needs to review
You also
further.
find a journal, and in this journal, there's various notes about how long it's taken this person to find this place and the rarity of the minerals in this location. Apparently, the practitioners of Tyr sensed this was a highly resonant location, and that's why they built Tyr's temple here. Further research reveals that there's various magical properties to the stones, and how he came up with the different methods and techniques to take some of the stones in this area and convert them into creatures that will do his bidding. And it talks about how he found a tribe of ogres in the hills and basically dominated them to be his servants and guards, and that once he was done with them, he was going to dispose of them anyway. There's notes in there that talk about the gnome village and how the gnomes are a constant threat to his operation here, and that he's considering an allegiance with someone named S. He's just got it marked in quotes.
The letter S?
The letter S.
Like that
yeah.
other page we found
Okay.
earlier.
Which page?
The other let me get my notes up.
This character sounds very interesting. I might align myself with them.
Yeah.
Did we? There was another
Yeah,
note
right.
we found somewhere with it was signed by something, wasn't it?
Well, tell me what
Yeah.
it says
I'm
exactly.
looking through my notes right now for that. There's Draconis now.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he's coming in.
Well, looking at when Florence looks over your shoulder to read the journal, she kind of like mutters, "Now I don't feel so bad about being such murder hobos."
Oh, hey, babe.
Okay, I'm not seeing where it. I thought I marked that down. Oh, it was a V, not an S. Letter from V. So this is a new letter. A new person. Okay.
It talks a little bit more, reads on. He says, many of the more powerful practitioners of the arts have already banded to his side. And if I come up with something to offer, then I might enter his good graces and be spared the doom that is to come this world.
Okay. Well, Faerith is going to relay the information from the journal to everybody else, but he's going to keep those notes in his pocket for more research later on how to work with the Living Stone, because I know how he is. Alright. And it looks like there's a rolled up blanket and a rucksack over there. Since nobody else is doing anything, Faerith is gonna go check those out.
So Fair's going in there to check it out?
Yep. Because he's nosy and he likes to know everything.
Yeah, likes to root around.
Alright. Well, he's almost here, so.
Yeah,
Of course, that might be blue colored when it's said by a Australian, but I refer to it like a local family does, like root around, just plain like digging into stuff where he doesn't belong and stuff. I mean, looking for, just being bored.
Okay, so who's looking through there, Faerith, or?
oh, there he is.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's coming in right now.
Well, we'll let him decide since he just connected to voice chat.
Yeah. You might want to fill him in on what you guys just uncovered.
Draconis, you there?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so I just had Faerith search this table over here. He found some notes on how to make living creatures out of the magical stone we found here. Faerith just kind of slipped that into his pocket and didn't disclose that to anyone, so nobody else knows about it but you now. And he found a journal from we're guessing, the master here, and it talked about how there's special properties to the stone here, and that's why they built the temple to Tyr here. How did you explain that, Mike?
Yeah, the stone has a lot of resonant
You're cutting out again.
The stone in this mountain has a lot of resonant magical properties. That's why they built the temple of Tyr here.
Yeah.
It talks about the ogres and how this person dominated them to be like guards and slaves, and that he was going to dispose of them when they outlived their usefulness. And it talks about how the gnomes in the town below are sort of a threat to him, and he was planning on destroying them all. And goes on to talk a bit more about someone named S. He's just got the name, it's just the letter S in quotes, capital S. And that if he can provide a possible reason for entering into his good graces, like into his service, he might survive the coming apocalypse. That's how he describes it. He's considering joining S, becoming an ally or a servant.
What language is it written in?
This is all written in common here.
Okay. Yeah, because there was the last cave. There was somebody that they were talking to by the letter V. So it seems similar.
Yeah, V. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all I found then was that note.
You also found that journal, and then you found notes on making creatures from the stone, living stone creatures,
Oh, like an earth elemental? Okay.
or like some sort of construct. But you didn't disclose that to anybody else because I know how you play your character. Some things you keep close to chest.
Yeah, in case I want to try and use them later. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, I'll definitely share the journal and my thoughts that whoever the master of this cavern may be working with possibly could be related to whoever Grum was working with. Only, of course, the only thing I have to go on by that is the fact that they're going by letters or initials for who it is they're communicating with.
And before, Florence says, "Now I don't feel bad about being murder hobos."
I didn't feel bad about it before. They are ogres after all.
Alright. Looking over his shoulder, Malek says to everyone, finish up over there and let's continue. I don't like the sound of this master already. It looks like there's a rucksack and a rolled up blanket roll if you guys are going to search that. I was moving Favorite over there to search it when you connected.
Yeah, he'll step back and cast Mage Hand and open those things up and see what's inside of them that he can pull out with the Mage Hand. If there is anything inside the bedroll or the rucksack.
So the rucksack has rocks in it, similar to the ones you found. That
Oh, so they might be the rocks for making living creatures.
How heavy is that rucksack?
oh, it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, a couple 100 pounds at least.
Holy cow.
Okay. Yeah, that's something we'll leave here until later.
Yes, definitely.
Was there anything in the bedroll? Or would that need
No,
an
it's just-
investigation
just
check?
Just a bedroll.
Okay.
To determine.
Okay, well, let's move on then.
Alright. Julian, can you check that next room?
Of course, although I don't think it'll be much help to be silent anymore with you chattering about here. And after that hissy fit, she moves on.
As you come around the corner, there's some kind of like doorway or portal or something for you, as well as a ladder.
Oh, very cool.
Well, this looks promising.
Oh, it looks like everyone's role-playing drunk today.
Getting there.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, isn't that how we always play?
Oh, Malik walks up to the base of the ladder and looks up towards the top. What does he see up there?
Oh, it's just propped up against the wall. So it looks like it's been dragged back and forth a lot. So someone could probably use it to get up and down.
Oh,
Like
up and down here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, Malik's gonna, if Malik is strong enough, he's gonna put that ladder down so that we could use it to get out if we have to.
Yeah, it doesn't require much of a check. You can easily maneuver that ladder.
Okay.
I guess I'd like to do a knowledge arcana on that portal.
It's a two-way portal. You've seen these before.
Oh, okay. I don't need to roll or anything.
Not really. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like, if you step through it. If you want to know more about it, you can roll.
Is the portal active?
You see, like, this glowing energy, and it looks like definitely looks active. So, it looks as though it leads to another location, somewhere in another, like, mountain area, or possibly another cave or something.
Well, I only got an 11. I'll call Arcanius over, see if he can look at it.
Well, it'd be interesting to see where this leads.
Well, drawing his greatsword, Malik squares up in front of it. He's not sure if he's just waiting for something to come through or if he's getting ready to go through yet.
Well, if we go through, we might be able to come back, so...
How are we for spells and things? Do we need to rest before we go through? Because I can cast that spell again and keep us...
I don't think anybody used any spells at all.
Me and Julian have used Hunter's Mark, but it hasn't been an hour since we rested, right?
I rolled bad. I rolled like a 13 for Arcana.
You didn't do much better than I did.
So are you guys resting?
I think it didn't
I
sound
thought
like
we
we
already
might need
did
to.
rest.
Yeah, I thought we did.
Yeah. Well, the only people that have used spells are me and Julian, and it hasn't, or any spell slots. Me and Julian, and it hasn't been a full hour since we fought the last mob, right?
No.
Not since the last battle, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I only used a couple. I should be good for now. I still have more than half my spells available to me.
Starting to get impatient, Malik calls Julian over. Are you ready? And he's got his greatsword out. Looks like he's ready to run through the portal.
Always.
I
You
persuade
was
him.
fast, man.
Yes, go. Go through the portal.
Didn't take much persuading. Malik steps through.
Alright, Malik, you step through and you're immediately... you start to look around and you're sort of in like a... Not a cavern, but it looks like you're up in the mountains. Maybe like the same mountain chain you're in, but in another location.
Is the
You
portal
see-
behind me still active?
Yeah, it's still active.
Okay.
When you turn around and look, it looks active. You can see your friend staring at you.
Alright, what do I see around me?
You see, there's a lot of like dense fog, but right in front of you, it looks like you're on like this little island of stone, and there's like a bridge there right in front of you.
Alright, well, he waves to everyone to come through the portal and then he squares up in front of that bridge because it looks like it's the only thing around that'll cause any problems.
Yeah, I'm following through. By the way, before all the others start trampling around here, I'd like to have a look around if someone has been here recently. Have a look at the tracks. Although it's all stone, right?
As far as you can tell. Are you talking about on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's transition to that map, then we can discuss that further. Is everybody ready?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let me do a quick save here.
I was gonna wait till everybody went through and then cast Dispel Magic.
On the portal.
I'm just kidding.
That'd be funny.
That'd be a
You've-
complete dick move.
You've got the party loot.
Or I could just do this.
So, Mike, when we come through the portal, I cast Arcane Lock on the portal, designating each of our party members as people who can go through the portal. But
Okay.
other than that, the only way that's going to be through the portal is if somebody casts Knock or Dispel
Right.
Magic.
Mm-hmm. You can cast that on portal doors too?
This is what it says. You touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration. So, because it said gate, I interpreted that to mean that I could, but if you say no, then I won't waste the
Yes.
spell slot.
Sounds like it should work, yeah.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Throw some noodles in the microwave.
Oh, Dave, have you seen my new token I made up for my character?
Mike, you're getting
Yeah.
some really, really cool maps, dude.
I found this one. Yeah, I loved it as soon as I saw it.
This looks
But-
freaking awesome.
I forgot to like create this and save it to our campaign, like where I save all the maps we're using. It took me like a couple hours to find it again in the workshop, but I found it because I knew I wanted to use it. I just remembered what it looked like, and yeah, this is a cool one.
Can I ask about the gray box over on my side of the table? Is that something we can get rid of, or does it need to be there?
Now it's just stuff I have in there.
Okay, that's cool. I'll work around it.
His secret hidden ninja shit.
His private stash.
Don't ask about my gray boxes. Ever. They're mine. They're my preciouses.
I think I'd be the one with the private stash.
No, it'd be me. You never know what I got installed in Alice here. My, in case you're wondering, Alice is my new computer that I built.
You call her that?
You calling
Yep.
your computer Alice?
Yeah.
Resident Evil fan?
Isn't there a hipster movie about a guy who falls in love with a computer?
There is.
Yeah.
As soon as I
Well,
saw
I'm
that,
just
I was
so
like, I'm
glad.
never walking
I'm just so proud of my accomplishments. My first computer build that I had to give it a name.
Well, that's good. Like you're proud.
You
Yeah.
should give it like a badass name.
Mine's the one that says "bad motherfucker" on it.
Yep. One that says bad motherfucker.
Okay, so Julian was looking for tracks over here, right?
Tracks or traps?
Tracks, like
Tracks.
to see how many people
Yeah,
had been here.
signs of someone having been here recently.
So make a survival check, I guess.
We're missing
Oh.
Rex.
I'll get it. I'll get them for you.
David, you have him? Okay.
That's 19 total.
It's hard to tell. I mean, this stone doesn't like show footprints easily, you know?
Yeah.
No, I doubt it would.
Yeah, but like that bridge is not ancient or anything.
No, it's not ancient. No. It looks fairly
Yeah.
stable.
Does it look well crafted and
Well
built
enough.
and
Yeah,
stuff?
it looks like you can step on it and be fine.
Malik sees all these provisions or all this stuff over here. He's gonna check it out and see what that's all about.
So, what are you doing? Climbing up there to get everything?
Just taking a look to see what it is. Is it like building materials, or is it food stocks, or
food stocks and stuff like that, probably.
Okay.
Well, we can use some more dry rations.
You're not sure where it came from, but it definitely looks stolen. It's likely it was stolen by ogres, perhaps brought here.
is there any just regular rations in among that we can divide up for ourselves for?
You could
'Cause-
probably go through it and find something, yeah.
Because I'm running low on rations myself.
All the crates contain food, and there's some grain, potato sacks, and probably casks of wine and things like that. So there's a lot there to go through. It would take you a good half hour to an hour to go through everything.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about that right now then. Malik's just going to
Hey.
walk away. He's going to tell everyone it looks like there's a food supply there. If we need to fall back this way, this would be a good spot to hold up.
Mike, I have an out of character question. I don't know if it's showing this just on my screen or for everybody else's, but on the right hand side of the screen, down below where we used to mark our things, it says dark wood, medium wood, cablestone, grass, blighton,
Yep.
low sand, moon, and it has like a website to each one of those and stuff. Am I the only one?
That's
I
the
don't see
notes. It's in the notes.
Yeah, it's in the notes.
Oh, all that shit. So yeah, I didn't. That's probably stuff that the creator of the map put in there.
Okay, I was just wondering if
Nah.
something was wrong with my program.
You're all right. You're all right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Well, Malik's going back to that bridge and squaring out, keeping a lookout down that path while everyone's getting ready to move forward. He's still got his great sword out, got it kind of slung across his shoulder, holding it with one hand, ready to get going after reading that journal. He wants to find whoever the master is and catch them.
Yeah, this character, this master, intrigues me as well. He seems very interesting.
I will turn to Faerith. Well, Faerith, you want to send out your little friend? Have a look around.
Oh,
You're gonna do what?
the spider's been
I cut
gimped,
out.
Vince. Or I'm sorry, Dave. The spider's been gimped.
Yeah, but as we're in the open now, he might actually be better off with a bird or something, depending on whether he has a spell prepared.
No, I don't have the spell prepared. I can send the spider out though and get at least a general idea if there's anything within range of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say if we come across this master that we don't kill him, we try to take him alive and capture him. Might be most beneficial.
Malik looks over his shoulder at Urcanius and goes, "We'll keep him alive for a moment."
So Mike, I'll send the spider up and see if it senses anything at that first crossing.
Doesn't see any movement now.
It's going to be kind of hard to judge distance. Do you want me just to use the line tool?
You're judging distance to what?
Well, it can go up to 100 feet from me, and I can still see through it at the 100-foot mark. But beyond that, I can't see.
Three spaces on 3 planks on the bridge is 5 feet.
Yeah, so that's 5. So he can go
5.
all the way up and then get over to the other bridge, probably.
Actually, 2 planks would be 5
3.
feet.
He doesn't come across anything that stepped on him thus far.
Yeah, I'll have him meander around a little bit to see if he sees anything or senses any kind of shadows or movement or anything.
No, nothing.
Okay, and I'll check down the other bridge as well.
Yeah, so he gets over to here, and there's still like no movement or anything.
Okay, I'll bring him back, and I'll let them know that at least with the limited visual range that the spider has thus far, I've seen nothing.
Alright, let's move out then. And Julian will start sneaking ahead.
Okay.
Malik looks back at Julian, and it falls in the line of Julian.
And Grit pinches her ass.
Dangerous situation on that
Oh,
drawbridge. You might
man,
just get an
yo.
elbow to the face. That'll be a 27 for stealth, by the way.
Okay, yeah, you're moving as quiet as you can. So you're moving over there. Okay. Coming to another island of in the hills here, and there appears to be a chest sitting there.
Alright, yeah. I'll turn back to the others and guard that other bridge. There's a chest back there. Might be worth a look.
That's odd. It's just sitting there, and the plane open, not even guarded.
Well, not that I could see.
I smell a mimic.
Maybe it's a trap, or it's heavily trapped, or it's not a chest at all.
Let's find out.
Hey, Mike, what's below us in these voided areas, or is it just
Chasm. You're up in the mountains now.
It's a long drop.
Yeah, like thousands of feet down.
Yeah.
so like Eddie Murphy and the Golden Child?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I nat critted the perception check.
Okay. 24.
Looking for traps and all.
Okay, so you examine this thing, right, and there doesn't appear to be any physical traps about it. It's locked, though.
I'll go ahead and pick at it with the thieves' tools.
Okay.
2 plus. Another crit.
Oh. You unlock the chest quite easily.
Hey, save some of those for combat.
Then I open it to reveal its contents.
Okay. You find some interesting stuff in there. First, you pull out this wand. And then there's these scrolls with arcane writing on them. 5 of them that are individually wrapped. And then something else. Ooh. A very beautiful looking set of scale armor is in there.
Very nice. Oh, wow. That is awesome.
And something even more interesting. There is a longbow exquisitely crafted in a style that none of you are familiar with the marksmanship of.
Wow. Very cool.
Several
Nice.
healing potions were in there.
Mm-hmm.
These look larger than the ones you've used in the past. These are your
Ooh,
standard
yeah.
2d4s. There is a scroll of, when you look at it, it says protection from evil and good written in it and on it in common. And there is a something else. 60 gold pieces in a sack.
Whoa.
This is gonna go back and bite us in the ass because Mike's being very generous with the loot.
How many of those potions of healing were they?
3. 2d4 plus 2s.
Okay.
Bent bow. +1 to attack roll, 2d4.
That's not what it does. It's just a bow.
Ah.
You need to identify them if you're going to try and determine magical properties.
She'll identify the bow.
So you spend 10 minutes identifying the bow.
Yeah.
I don't know if now's the right time.
Oh, okay then. I'll just put everything
No,
in.
she already said it, so it's too late.
Oops.
So you spend 10 minutes, you're staring at the bow, and then something strange starts to happen around you.
Ooh.
You hear like a creaking noise, and the rocks on the walls start to fall and tumble down.
Uh-oh, get everything and get out.
Don't move. You're suddenly seeing these rocks form into these creatures in front of you.
Oh, great.
Well, that's the end of your character. Goodbye.
Malik was ready for this. He was not happy with the way everything looked. Nothing around. He had already had his greatsword out. He's ready to roll.
And they look very aggressive. They're coming at you. We are going to roll initiative. So
Yes.
give me a minute here. I gotta figure out how to do this because it's a custom thing. Give me 5 minutes, guys.
Alright.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves about how bad you just messed up. Now,
Oh yeah, we
David.
screwed up.
no, you didn't do
Definitely
nothing wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong.
He just triggered
But-
an event.
He triggered an event. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
It's no big deal. The only reason I had suggested it might not be the best time is because we don't know what's down the other road, and we could be getting
Yeah.
stuff coming down
Of
on us while you're
course,
trying
of
to.
course.
Yeah, so no big deal.
No problem.
Man, I wish that was splint mail,
Well,
not scale mail.
That scale mail might do Julian some very
Disadvantage on
hurt.
sneak.
on scale mail,
Yes.
Oh, you're kidding me! They popped up over by us too.
unless it's magical.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it has some sort of bonus that to stealth, it's disadvantage. And you can only get +2 from your dex on that. On scale mail,
so
because
it's
it's medium armor. It'd be something maybe Florence could use.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she doesn't.
Or, well, not the wizard, because he uses mage armor and cloth.
Yeah, plus he has robes. Florence
Yep.
might actually be the best
Yeah.
candidate if it doesn't
Right.
boost Malik past what you have.
No, it's actually, see, scale mail +1 would be at
Depends
15
on
armor class.
How heavily magic it is.
Yeah.
That why is there only 2 by you motherfuckers, and we got like 3 or 4?
All I've got to say is when Florence turns come, she needs to run towards the bridge.
Definitely. She'll disengage.
Oh yeah, good plan.
You should take the
we
bow,
can-
and you should just snatch the bow and throw it to Julian.
Was
We
it
can-
identified?
No, well,
No, it's
remember,
not.
you don't have to identify it. You can take a weapon and use it in
But-
order to unlock some of the secrets with it as well.
Was the
it might
ritual
have to be
interrupted?
tuned, and
That's
we're
one
gonna
way-
have close combat here anyway, so
Well,
Well,
for you,
my question was the ritual completed? Because if it was, then she would know all the effects on it, and if it's
Oh,
cursed
nice.
like the Looking Glass, then she wouldn't even want to pick it up. She'd just leave it on the ground for now.
yeah. But tactics wise, if we can get the group onto the bridge, and Malik and Julian secure the sides, we might be able to get our more squishy targets out of the way of the stone monsters.
Yeah, unless
Then they can just break the stuff that holds the bridge up and drop us into
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
chasm.
yeah,
If they
that's
think in such
exactly what I was
categories, yeah.
thinking. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, that's why
They
I
could
s-
just easily destroy us all.
that's why I stationed myself right at the foot of the bridge so that I could keep them back from breaking it. I knew something was going to happen. It didn't seem right to me. With
Oh,
all
I knew it too.
with all my experience.
Well, I knew it was too simple. Just sitting there by itself. With all this loot and Mike's being so generous with it. Something's gonna happen.
That's metagaming. Stop metagaming. Gaming.
No, it's
It
not
could also be
metagaming
a-
because I'm not telling nobody.
Well, it could also just be a sixth sense about it that, like, this is not right. This is too easy.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Exactly.
Oh, brother.
I was watching some people play that Fate Core that I linked earlier, and one person's had a character that was kind of like a roguish like character, and one of their feats was called "I Got a Bad Feeling."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Felicia Day's hot ass. Little fucking sexy redhead.
You like her, Vince?
Fuck yeah, she's awesome, dude.
Do you want her number? I could dox her for you.
Oh.
And she's such a big nerd, you know she is. She's like the hugest nerd
Well,
chick.
that's how she markets herself.
Yeah, yeah. But she actually does play World of Warcraft.
I was
shit
watching
like
her.
that.
She was learning how to do pole dancing the other day.
Yeah, I was watching that too.
She
But,
made a
um,
funny quote. She said, "My dad texted me after I put this episode. She's like, you know, my only job in life was to keep you off the pole. I have
Yeah.
failed." It's kind of funny.
Yeah. But no, she actually does play World of Warcraft and shit. I remember
Yeah. She's voice acted in a lot of
yeah.
games and stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
but no, she actually plays on the Horde side. I forgot what server, and I think she plays a mage or something like that. She plays the undead, and they spammed her one day and just kept killing her and resin her and killing her and resin her. And she was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Right.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing a lot of typing here, but I'm almost done. I should have done this week, but I forgot.
Hey, it's fine.
I wasn't sure if you were going to encounter these, so I should have been ready.
That's all good.
Yeah. It's very well.
You have failed this party. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Might as well get everything in there, since we're gonna roll with these. But they're pretty good experience if you survive. So
I don't like that "if you survive" added on there.
No, brother.
Hey, we're totally annihilating Mike's campaign. He had to toughen up the characters, so he made it more
Actually-
challenging.
just to be nice, I'm taking one out of here. These guys aren't. They're not easy. So
But you gotta
Are
figure.
Are they golems?
you'll have to figure that out. But they are.
Whether they are or they aren't, their bodies are made of rock, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, probably resistance to slashing, piercing,
So,
maybe
I'll-
bludgeoning damage.
not to metagame, but these things obviously came right off the walls of Living
Yes.
Rock, you know, like, or the walls
Yes.
of rock here. No one noticed them at all, and when they only moved when something was disturbed from the chest.
Yes, he did.
Slowly, they formed while you guys were just kind of standing around. Started happening. At first, it was subtle, and then after a few seconds, it started rapidly. They started forming in front of you, or stepping out of the rock itself, perhaps in some cases.
Put
But
it back.
they
Put it
are-
back.
Rolling initiative. What's Hillian? Did you roll?
Yours is better. I rolled a
Yeah.
one.
All right. Yeah.
My initiative roll is in there.
Hey, how do you know the initiative roll? He didn't link it yet.
I'm about to.
Well, Julian gets a advantage on initiative.
Then you'd roll 2 d20s instead of 1. Unless you rolled 2 1s, Dave.
Well, Dave rolls
Nice,
and then Mike rolls.
Exactly. It's just if the number I roll is better than what the automatic thing does.
Oh, I gotcha.
It
Yeah.
feeds in an initiative for everyone based off of what your bonus is and what a random roll does. I was looking at that site before. It's pretty cool and useful.
Okay, we're almost ready.
Quick question, Mike.
Mhm.
That pickaxe is for 2 hands, right?
It could probably be wielded either or. It's just like a regular pickaxe, though.
Alright. That might be more useful than my scimitar.
You could improvise that as a weapon, sure.
Yeah.
Does Faerith and Arcanius both still have mage armor
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Mage armor lasts for 8 hours.
for both of you guys?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
major-
that's how the spell lasts.
Yeah, the spell
Alright.
lasts for 8 hours, and my hex
Alright.
also lasts for 8 hours.
Just asking because it was still there from last week. Okay,
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
been like an
initiative
hour,
order.
Probably.
There's that, and then I'll get some battle music going here. D&D battle music. I really need to find some new tracks.
I can really recommend the Drakensang soundtrack. That is quite good.
Oh yeah, that
Is it-
game had some good music.
Is it super dark or
Yeah.
No, it does have a lot of like
You mean Drakensang?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Darkstone. Sorry.
Put some,
Do you want me to try it, guys?
Sure.
Is it all combat oriented?
Depends what song you pick.
Here's the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, the
Like this
first
is like
one.
romantic.
Yeah, look for Ratten und Bären. Rats and bears. For
Well, it's all
example.
written in German. I can't read the titles.
Oh, brother.
Let's just roll with what we got.
Yeah.
Here's an option for option 2. There's something from Drakensang. That
Oh.
seems kind of dark and mysterious. So play that one if this one runs out. Okay, so initiative's on. And rock creature number 1, which is standing right by Arcanius, gets to go first.
yes, he is not
Okay.
flanking me. Is he?
He is right behind you, so
No, he's on my side, it appears to be.
yeah, he's not flanking you yet.
Yeah, he's not flanking me yet.
So he does do a melee attack against you.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm prepared tonight. I need to grab some dice.
I've got dice on a tray right close to where we're at.
I'm just gonna grab some from the thing. So he makes an attack against you.
Yes.
It is, wow.
He hit me big.
15.
My armor class is 17.
Okay, so you dodged out, or actually he connected with you, but it was like reflected back at him. He swung his arm at you, tried taking both hands and slamming them towards you, but it was repelled slightly. And that ends his turn. Julian.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I'll probably just, out of reflex, go at it with this stone creature and try to hit him with the scimitar. Is my hunter's mark still active?
Yes. It hasn't been an hour yet, as far as I know.
Getting up for 1 second, but just let me know what you get
Alright.
to your 2-hit roll.
That's 25 to hit.
That's gonna hit him, yeah. You connect with him like full force, like, you know, your blade didn't miss whatsoever. This is your magical scimitar, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 20 points of damage then for first.
Ooh, okay. You see chunks of rock fall off of this thing to the ground. That is number 2, right?
Alright. Yeah, I think the one
Okay.
next to me is number 2. And
Yeah,
then,
like-
yeah, I'll swing at it again then.
Alright. Your second attack.
Yeah. That's another 25.
Yeah, it hits him.
And that'll be 19 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, more chunks of rubble go falling down.
Alright.
It's falling apart.
Yeah, and that's my turn. Just hide behind my shield.
Okay.
Try not to get hit.
So when something's resistant to something and it says to
half
non-magical stuff, right?
Yeah,
that
the
means if
magic
something's
weapons.
magical, it's still full.
Yeah, that's
damage.
how I would interpret
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, if it says
That's what I thought.
if it's non-magical resistance, it's resistant to normal damage. If it says resistant, it's resistant to normal and magical.
Does it specifically say normal and magical?
From what I was reading, if it says non-magical, it means anything that's magic still affects it. So, but if it says just resistant, it applies to magical effects and non-magical. So, like if it was a enchanted +1 scimitar and it said slashing resistance, it would take it even with the magic resistance. But if it says non-magical slashing, then the scimitar would still hit for full damage, is my
Right.
understanding.
That's my understanding of it too. That's what I thought. So,
Yeah.
so as far as I can tell, Dave, you're doing full damage here.
Oh, nice. So no pickaxe for me.
Might not be necessary. These are sort of lesser creatures of their type.
Yeah, maybe they're still forming up or something.
Could be. Kind
Hopefully
of
they
nerfed them
don't
a little
farm
bit.
into one big one.
All right. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Arcanius.
Yes. I turn around and I face this creature. I was like, how dare you try to smack me, you foul beast. And I rolled first roll will be hold on, a 21, I think. 21. Yes, 21.
That'll hit him. That'll hit him.
All right. Second bolt would be
Roll your damage first.
Okay.
Always
Okay.
roll
Sorry.
like that.
Sorry. And I hex them. I hex them, of course, and I'm going to hex their dexterity.
All right. So roll damage.
All right. First attack is 12 points of damage.
All right.
All right.
12
Then
damage.
and I shoot him back 10 feet.
You're shooting him right into
Yep.
Faerith.
Yep.
So
Oh.
10 feet. He would. I mean, this is. I'm gonna have to roll bludgeoning damage on. So I'm gonna say he's pretty heavy. So that's gonna be at least. Well, actually, I'm gonna base it off of this. What I got here. That's a 2d6.
Can
You
I
take
get a dex
6
saving
damage.
throw?
To make a dex save, yeah, go ahead
Aw.
and see if you dodge it coming at you.
Also, Vince, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Getting him away from me.
He wants to.
My
Yeah.
character's a little
I know
chaotic.
why. He definitely wants to. We had this conversation. And he knows that's his rule. And make a dex save.
It's 12.
Okay. You slide it partially out of the way, and you're actually gonna need to move over here. We'll say that was your athletics or acrobatics check. What is your acrobatics? You should roll with that because you're dodging something. You're like jumping out of the way almost.
Yeah, I'm not proficient in acrobatics though.
All right. Well, you take 3 damage because it still clips you a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So
And I let loose another crackling beam of energy and blast him for 19.
is he prone or just knocked back?
No, he just knocked back. It doesn't say anything about being prone. Just knocked back.
Okay.
part of
You
my
hit him
ability.
with the second bolt.
I hit him with the second bolt. Holy fuck, my dice are bad. For 8 points of damage, and I knock him back another 10 feet.
He can't be knocked back any further. And when you do
Yeah.
force him back, nothing happens to him when he hits the wall at all. So
Alright. So I'm gonna force him off the cliff.
how much damage was that on the second attack though?
8.
8. Okay. All right. Yeah, you see chunks of them go flying now. Vader's like, oh god, careful, man.
No, Faerith is more like, God damn it, watch where you're throwing that thing.
Yeah.
All right, Rex gets a turn here.
I believe Florence was animal handling him, but Florence isn't nearby to give any cues.
Right. Yeah.
So Rex runs up to this one. I'm going to control him this round. Attacks the second creature. Tries to do a bite with advantage, right?
Yep.
.2d4 or something. Yeah, he hits him. For a grand total of not much. His pack tactics kicked in, but he does 4 damage to it. I guess he kind of just tries to like pull rocks off or something, or jump on them a little bit. I'm considering unlocking new abilities for Rex as he levels. He's only level 4 right now. So
Right.
if you guys hang on to him, like he may learn some new dog tricks
Yeah.
as he's a growing dog. All right, that's the end of his turn. All right, so the creature in front of you, Julian, swings with its rocky hands and tries to crush you.
All right.
And it rolls a pretty high now, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So he does total of 14 damage.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and then let's see here. Yep, just 14 damage. He crushes you with his rocky grip.
Yeah, probably just pummels into my shield and I get the whole...
Yeah, the whole brunt, like cracks your wrist or something maybe. Faerith. Your turn
Okay,
next.
I am gonna cast Ice Knife at him.
Which
And
one?
he-
Standing
Uh,
that close?
No. Yeah, because it does
That's
explode.
gonna damage you.
Yeah, I'll step. Wait, if I step back, never mind. Good point. All right, poison spray. Then he gets a con save.
Okay, make your. So you cast poison spray. You see the poison go up towards them, and nothing happens to this thing at all.
Okay.
All right, so that's your action.
Yep.
All right, so the third guy rushes over towards Malik.
Blocking me out.
Sure he does. He attempts to crush you. Actually, he does this. The first thing he does is he summons rocks. You see him pulling rock energy into the room. And another one forms right here in front of you.
Oh man.
But that is his turn. All right. He does move in a little bit closer towards Florence.
Oh great. Surrounding me. Ugh.
Well
All right,
then.
that's good. Creature number 4 tries to crush you. Hopefully you got some dodge in there.
Mhm.
Does a 12 hit? No, right?
Yeah, it just hits.
Oh my god. All right. So yeah, you're gonna get.
I've got a
Gonna get
plan,
riled on.
Florence. I got a plan.
Oh yeah, you better have one.
We can't metagame, can we?
You get hit for 11 damage.
Well, at least it's not that bad.
You went low in the initiative too, so that really sucks.
Can we use a free action?
You can always use free actions on your turn.
Okay.
All right, it's Malik's turn.
Alright. Well, I am looking up a spell. Is there enough room if I were to get behind Florence to use my action to grab her and push her behind me?
Say what?
Is there enough room for me to get like right behind Florence, grab her and push her into a corner?
No, you can't get by this thing at
Oh,
all.
I can get by that thing. I have Misty Step.
Oh. Yeah.
But-
So if you're talking about what,
Like Misty stepping right behind her and grabbing her and pushing her behind me and squaring up in front of the
you
three.
You could attempt that. Yeah, you could attempt that.
Alright, well then I am going to use one of my level 2 slots for Misty Step. I'm just gonna disappear for a moment and reappear right behind Florence. Holy cow, it just fell through.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm gonna let her just force move me back.
I grab her by the back of her shirt and yank her back behind me.
Make a strength check. How much do you weigh, Florence?
Oh,
Including all your gadgets that you're carrying.
Like 90 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
That's gonna be a 15.
Yeah. You grab her and pull her straight back towards you. Throw her in the corner. Just moving around a little bit. There we go. So yeah, she's in the corner now.
I'm gonna
That's
Good.
You can't move any further than that unless
Yeah.
you're moving now.
I moved to square myself up, so dang it, I just did that. So that
Stop moving it.
they have to attack me instead of her. Was that my action, grabbing her?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Your action was the spell. Actually, I
No,
shouldn't
that was
even
my
allow you
bonus
to do
action. That was my
Oh,
bonus
was it?
action. Yes.
that. All right. So yeah, that would count as your action.
All right, and I'm going to use
That
my
round.
free action to switch to my flail. And that is it for this turn.
All right. Okay. Florence, your turn.
But quick before Florence's turn, I look back, I use my free action. You better keep me alive.
I'll be doing that. I'm going to. For now, I'm going to. I'm going to do Sacred Flame on Rock Creature number 4, just because to repay the favor of him attacking me. Needs to
Alright.
make a DC 13.
Dex save, right?
Yeah, Dex save.
That's going to be a failure. You hit him. That. Don't forget, it's 2 dice for you now. You hit him.
Seven points.
So you see chunks of rock start to disintegrate from the radiant power of your sacred flame. And that was number 4 you attacked, right?
Yes.
All right. Yep. You took some damage. Good job. Are you I guess you're staying put. And that's
Yeah, I'm
probably the
staying
end.
put. No
It's
way.
great. You doing anything else on your turn?
I can't ready an action now, so I'm just going to be just staying put.
All right.
And next turn I'll ready some healing spells for Malik.
Okay. This one moves up to you, Malik. Actually, the first thing it does is it rolls towards you. It charges towards you. Okay.
Okay.
It rushes you. Okay. And then it slams you with its hands, or attempts to. Does a 17 hit?
No.
So you parry this thing away with your weapon, and you take no damage. But it charged you very hard. All right. So creature 1, where's he at now? Back here. He will do the same thing and charge Arcanius. Faerith, are you making an opportunity attack as a reaction?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I miss.
Okay. Arcanius, does a 16 hit you with mage armor?
Nope, 17.
So again, his attack energy just gets reflected back off of your mage armor. It definitely touched you, but it doesn't do any impact because it repels it back. All right, Julian.
Alright. Yeah, I'll just keep hacking and slashing away at Rock Creature 2 here. First attack is a crit.
All right.
That'll be 25.
Yeah, your blade slices this thing down, and you see the magical energy of the blade rip through it, and the rock creature in front of you crumbles into tiny little baby rocks and falls apart.
Sweet. And then, can I like split my attack? So
No,
attack,
you
move, attack.
Can't. Mm-mm. Actually,
Okay.
yes, you can do that.
Yeah, they're separate actions.
No, they're not
Oh,
separate actions, but
you're-
only on the attack action can you
Yeah.
do that. You can do that. I read that in the rules, so you can move now if you wish.
I mean,
Nice.
they're-
Yeah,
they're-
I'll use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark Rock Creature 1. I'll step up and start pummeling it.
All right.
I don't have the space to move behind it though, do I?
Yes, you do.
I wouldn't advise it.
Make your token smaller if you're getting into trouble here. That's the easiest solution to hitting this shit. So just shrink everything down a little bit, you know.
Okay, that'll be a 19 to hit.
That hits him. You could have rolled with advantage too, but it hits.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Okay, so that'll be only 17 points of damage.
Okay, more chunks go flying.
Alright, and then I'll take another step to the side. And that's my turn.
All right. Arcanius.
Okay. Sorry. First attack is the 13.
Okay.
Does
That
that hit?
misses him. Yep.
Okay. Second attack is 15 plus 8.
These are considered ranged attacks, right?
Yeah.
All your
No,
all your
they're
attacks,
spells. No, they're spells, so they're not
But-
cast with disadvantage.
but it's a ranged attack, right?
No.
If it's a ranged spell,
It's a ranged spell, but they're not at disadvantage.
You're sure about that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is mage armor concentration? I think it is, right?
Yes.
Nope.
It's not?
Nope.
should be instantaneous.
It's instantaneous, not concentration.
Doesn't require concentration.
Nope.
That would
does not.
kind of not make a lot of sense if it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a 15 plus 8 is like 23. I'm taking it.
That second attack hits. Yeah.
Okay. And I rolled 14 points of damage. And I blast them back 10 feet.
Okay. He goes flying back. Yep. Hits the wall again. Nothing happens to him on that impact, but he's back against the wall again.
Okay. And I'm going to use some of my movement speed and back away.
Okay. I don't have
I'm going to back up right to here on the middle of the bridge. And I'm done with my I'm done with my turn.
Alright, it is Rex's turn now.
Rex's turn. So do you guys want me to control?
Oh,
I'll have Rex move in here.
yeah, Florence isn't around and she was the one that was animal handling him.
I'll have him
Right,
jump,
definitely.
try to attack this thing. So Rex, having a moment of inspiration, jumps on this thing. He's attempting to grapple it, apparently, or jump on it and knock it down. Let's see what he does here. Let's see with Rex. Has a +2. Okay, so let's see, this thing has quite a bit of strength, and it does not work. It just bats Rex right off of it, and Rex doesn't knock it down or grapple it or none of that. So that's the end of Rex's turn. He didn't do any damage because he tried jumping on top of it. Creature 2 is dead. Faerith, your turn now.
All right, this time I'll try Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
13 points of damage.
Okay, you freeze this thing into chunks of frozen ice, and the ice kind of forms up around its feet and its arms and everything, and it's trying to move and around, and it just cracks and falls apart into tiny little rock chunks, frozen chunks. That's dead. All right, end of your turn, or are you moving?
No, I'll stay where I'm at, but he says, Ray plus un sa'a.
What's that mean?
It's in Drow for anyone who speaks it. Fall before me.
All right. Creature 3. Let's see, what's that one? Yeah, so he comes over to here and sees there's a person on the bridge, and you see him turn into this ball of chunky rock and roll down towards Arcanius.
Rolex!
And come up and try to slam attack him.
It's got advantage too.
Yeah, it comes up behind him. That's a good point. Does a
I want to.
16 hit?
Nope.
It misses. Wow, so it hits against his magical armor and gets reflected back. I'm rolling really low. Creature number 4 stands over here and attempts to do the same thing towards Florence. It turns into a ball, and it rolls towards her and crushes this chest made out of wood into little splinters of chest.
I was trying to stand like right there, but the chest kept sucking me in.
I know, but you weren't there. That's the thing. So you couldn't stand in that square. So it rolls right towards her and attempts to slam attack her. This thing can merge with the rock anyway. So I'm gonna say he can get to her there.
Oh,
All right, can I get an attack of opportunity on it then?
No, because he's moving into your threat range, not away.
Okay.
So he gets a normal attack roll, which is gonna be a 22 to hit, right?
Ooh, that's gonna hit.
So normal 2d6, 7, and then another 2d6 because he's doing this on a roll. He just did 12 damage plus something. He did 17 damage to you.
Oh, cherry tapped. I'm down.
You're down. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ends his turn now. Now it's your turn, Mal.
Oh boy. All right, give me a second. Lay on hands is an action. So is my healing spell. And I really don't want the cleric dying on my watch.
You're the only one in the group that can heal her.
Yeah. Seeing Florence lying prone on the ground, Malik reaches down and touches her. Light begins to glow on his hands, and he says a quick prayer. Lord of the morning, cast upon her your ray of peace and cure her suffering.
How
And
much are you healing her for?
I'm gonna hit her for 28, her full hit points.
Full health. That's almost all your pool, right?
Oh no, 25. I only have 25. I thought I had 30.
I thought you did too.
Nope, I have 5 times my level.
Okay. So she's up to 25 health.
Yep.
Right.
And that's your turn.
That's my action. I'm checking to see if I've got anything that's bonus action worthy. Misty Step, you can't pull someone with you, can you?
Mm-mm.
No.
That sucks. And I fear probably won't have any effect. Yeah, that's my turn.
Florence, your turn.
There's no way that I can disengage through those two rock creatures, right?
Mm-mm. You are entirely cornered where you're at.
Okay, I'm going to minor action, do cure wounds on Malik.
Okay. Well, that's
I'm at
Not a
45 of
minor.
50 hit points. You don't need to heal me, though.
Okay, then I'll take that back.
Can we? Never mind.
Let me make
Can
that
we
up.
give him like a advice or something?
no.
Okay.
You're barely able to see what's going on over here.
Right, definitely.
You're
There.
just hearing things. Your back's turned right now in this exact moment. What are you doing?
The only thing that I can probably do is to,
Don't you have other spells like hideous laughter, that kind of
yes,
shit?
I do. I'll try
Don't-
to do hideous laughter on them.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just
Yeah.
I thought you had some enchanted staff and stuff, too.
Sanctuary or
Yeah,
stuff like
you
that.
need to you need to really dig deep into situations and look at your sheet.
Yes, I'll do Sanctuary. I'll cast Sanctuary.
That makes sense to me. And that's from your magical charge staff.
No, that's blur on the staff.
Yeah, staff gives her blur.
But you have sanctuary prepared, right?
Yes, and that's a bonus action. For my staff, I'm gonna use Blur.
Are they both
And that would be my
concentration?
No,
Well, with I don't think sanctuary is concentration.
no, Sanctuary is not concentration.
The nice thing about this now, this tool that I'm using, last week they put a spell index on here, on another tab. The guy added a whole.
Really?
I can look this shit up right
Oh, nice.
from where we're at. So like,
Ow!
so yeah, so sanctuary, you ward a creature within range with a range against. Wait, you ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or the spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area of effects, such as an explosion from a fireball. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're sanctuaried and you're blurred too.
Yeah,
And you know what blur does exactly?
Thanks for
Your body becomes blurred, shifting and weaving,
Yes.
wavering to all who can see for the duration. Any creature has disadvantage on you.
yes, right.
Thanks for
and
leaving
that
me out
one
to
is a
dry.
concentration.
The attacker is immune to this, though, if it doesn't rely on sight,
Yes,
as with blind sight. You can see through all illusions,
that's with
As
true
with-
sight. Yeah.
as with having true sight. Yeah, interesting. Okay.
So I
Cool.
just made myself a little bit tougher to hit, and
Yeah.
hopefully that'll get me a little bit more useful for Malik.
Mhm. All right, the rock
And that
creature.
would be my turn.
Yeah, I know. That's got to be your turn. The other one next to Malik, or in front of Malik, roll a 20.
Oh.
So
And
There's
that
2d6
blur would have been
for
nice to
attack.
have.
4 and 8, that's 12 plus, see how much he gets. $17 hit points.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, he crushed you pretty hard, though. Your armor absorbed some, apparently. Alright, so creature 1 is dead. Julian's turn.
Alright. Well. These things don't look like arrows are going to do much against them. I'm gonna move up behind Arcania
Alright.
and hold my action.
Hold your action for, like, with your melee weapon. If someone comes near you.
I'll rather move past him as soon as I get the chance to.
That's not holding your action. That's waiting for your next turn. Holding your
Yeah.
action would be like if something gets within range, you smack it with your attack.
My thought was I'm going to hold my action to what was the name? Not dodge. The second movement.
For a dash,
Engage.
Yeah.
you can't. That's a
You can't hold. Well, yeah, he could take the dash action.
yeah. That's an action. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a uses your action.
I can move past and attack. So that's why I was moving up.
Okay.
We are allowed to move through another character's space. Correct,
Yes.
Mike? Okay.
Yeah, but he can't move past you because
Yeah.
the next 5
Yeah,
feet in front of you, this thing's standing there.
Yeah.
Not for long, hopefully.
I know what I would do in this situation right there, but
I
I'm
know
not
what I'm
tell
gonna
you.
do.
All right, Arcanius, it's your turn.
Yes! I was like, haha! Try to roll and destroy me? Now you shall be destroyed, and I curse thee! And so I hex his dexterity, and I shoot two crackling beams of energy right at him.
Okay.
So I turn around first.
Right.
Okay, so let me turn around.
Oh, your picture's the same on both sides,
It's the
so
same
it
on
doesn't
both
matter.
sides.
Well,
Yeah.
still, I have to turn around. Like,
You can just say it. It's fine.
Okay. Damn, this sucks. First, both attacks are the same. Let's see. 14 to hit.
That misses.
Well, I miss on my second attack too. Then.
Okay.
So I rolled 2 sixes.
Yeah. Both
Six-
bolts are
6
just like.
plus 8 is 14, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep. So both crackling bolts miss, and that's it. You know what though? I'm gonna use my movement anyways, and I'm gonna move and take a attack of opportunity, which I
Alright.
probably will be hit with. So I'm gonna.
19 hits you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Slams at you as you try to move away for 12 damage.
Oh, so actually 2 points of damage because it takes away
I
my
know.
temporary. Okay,
I
cool.
had that factored in. Yep.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm just saying it to myself. So
Yeah.
okay, so yep, that's what I did, and that's the end of my turn. And
Alright,
done.
I'm dashing forward into contact.
I will
As soon
turn
as he's
around
past
though,
me.
That's fine.
just
Go
to
ahead.
clarify.
Julian, you took
Yeah,
the dash
that's it.
action though.
Yeah, so you
Exactly,
can't
that's
attack.
my turn.
Yep.
I just don't want him to rush me.
Right. Alright, Rex is next. He comes up behind you. And he kind of he's ready to do something similar. He's gonna hold.
He's not going to use his
Can I
leg.
use a free action to order him to heal me?
Yes, you can attempt to make that a animal handling check.
Alright, sweet. That's a 22 total.
Yeah, he responds to that.
Alright, he had
Does his
5
healing lick
licks, right?
maneuver. Yep. He heals you for 7 hit points.
Nice.
Alright, so he's at 4 out of 5.
Yep.
I was marking it on his token.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that's the end of Rex's turn. Tharith, your turn next.
Okay, so first or as I'm doing this, I want to command the spider to go over to this other bridge and have its little, at least one of its legs on the ropes as like feelers. So if anybody even sets foot on that bridge, it should sense movement and can notify me.
Sure.
Don't you have to be in like a trance in order for it to communicate with you?
No, he can order it and it understands him. It's just seeing through its eyes as a trance.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not trying to see through its eyes. I just want it to communicate with me if something happens. And then I'm gonna move up, and I'll do another. Since it was so successful before, I'll do another Ray of Frost at Rock Creature number 3.
Okay. Good job. And that's a attack roll, right?
Yes. Ooh, that's probably gonna miss. 13.
Misses, yeah.
Okay. Complete miss then. All right, I'm done.
You freeze the bridge up a little bit. The rope or something gets hit, or the planks underneath.
Yeah, Mike, from what I was looking at, only ranged attacks that use ranged weapons have disadvantage if they're close quarters, but spells never did. They're always the same.
Okay. Julian, you're noticing this bridge is starting to give way. The rope's starting to split. The weight of you and Rex and this creature on here are starting to wear on this. This thing probably weighs a couple tons. Its Favorite's turn is over, right?
Yep.
Okay, creature number 3 slams at Julian. 19 hits, right? But only for 8 damage to Julian. Alright, that's the end of his turn. Creature 4 is going to attack Malik for 19 again. Wow. Okay. 11 damage to Malik. Okay. And that's the end of its turn. Malik, your turn.
All right. Let's see. Which one's injured? Creature 4 is injured. Alright, so I'm going to use my bonus action to place Hunter's Mark on Creature 4. Because it's
Alright.
still active.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my flail that I've already got out
Yep.
to attack. I'm going to use both my attacks. So, let's see, the first one. Alright, so my first attack
Does
is
1d8, by the way.
Yep, 1d8 plus 5 for my damage. It's plus 1, 4 for my strength mod, 1 for the plus 1. So that the first attack is, let's see, attack bonus is 8, so that's a 17 total.
That connects with him.
Alright,
It's
so 1d8 plus my Hunter's Mark. And that's gonna be 9, 11 damage for the first attack. And the second attack is an 18 without my attack bonus. That hits.
that hits, yeah.
So you got my first attack marked down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the second attack is 8, 9 damage.
All right. You see chunks of rock go flying all over. With both attacks, he's starting to dwindle. End of turn.
Yes, that is the end of my turn, and that was a magical weapon, right? That I used.
Yeah,
okay.
that's magical. Yeah. All right, Florence.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Malik at level 3.
At level 3. Wow, go for it.
Oh yeah.
3d8. plus wisdom modifier.
21 points total.
Woohoo!
All right. You
Nice.
touch him on the shoulder, and all this magical healing starts to mend his wounds. Okay. End of turn. Are you doing another bonus action? or something?
That will have to be my turn.
All right. Creature 5 is going to attack Malik again. $18 plus a lot, so
18
That's a
hits.
yeah.
Yeah, 18 plus a lot. That's something
That-
I should say.
Yeah. That
This
one
is
hits you for
about
17. He crushed you hard that
Back
time.
down to 21 hit points.
Yeah.
I'm getting walloped in this corner.
Yeah, you're cornered. Julian's turn.
At least Florence is healing you.
Hey,
Yeah, at
You
least
know
you can heal each other. That's good.
Hey.
That's important.
you're the meat bag for the job, though. So you're fitting your purpose.
All right. Yeah,
Bridge
seeing that.
start to unravel very quickly.
Yeah.
What's
not
your
much really I
acrobatics
can do
like?
to Push him.
Take Rex and take off running.
Yeah, I could disengage.
Grab Rex by his scruff of his collar. Or his-
Can I do that as a bonus action?
You can just you can command him.
All right. Yeah.
Rex is
Yeah,
too
he's
big for you to pull.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll disengage and get back to the foot of the bridge,
Okay.
since the ropes are starting to come apart. And then I'll just give him a shout. Rex, come here.
Okay.
Animal handling again, or
No, your previous check worked, so he's listening to you. He sees you go too, but he can't move until his turn.
okay, yeah,
He's
of course.
he's got to wait for his turn to move.
Yes.
Are you holding any actions or?
He
My
disengaged,
agent-
that
my
was
Was
action.
disengaged.
Oh, okay. Arcanius.
Oh, I see. There's danger afoot. Maybe I can help by blasting this creature off the bridge, maybe. And that might save the bridge and stuff like that. So, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blast him with my Eldritch Blast. And hopefully I connect.
Okay.
First one was a critical one, so that's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Second
Critical
attack.
one. So
Yep.
your blast hits the ropes on the bridge, and then you see some of them
Oh
snap.
no! Oh
Okay, but it's only one side of the thing, but it
no!
starts
Okay.
to tilt.
Oh, man.
It starts to
Okay.
tilt to your right.
Okay.
Rex now has to make a he has to make a dexterity check.
This is so much fun with the dice.
Rex failed his dex check
Oh no!
and is now, poor puppy sound comes out of his mouth. He's hanging on by a thread here, trying to pull himself up, but he fell.
Oh, he falls! Oh, poor Excel.
He didn't fall all the way. He's hanging on,
Okay.
barely.
Okay, second bolt strikes with a 19. True.
That hits. Yeah.
Wait, what happened to the rock creature? Did it fall?
No, it's like still standing there.
Okay, Mike, for
Mhm.
17 points of damage, I strike him right in the chest for 17 points of damage, and I blast him 10 feet back.
Okay.
Like off the bridge.
So-
Well,
so there's a lot of friction when he gets pushed back, and the bridge starts to snap completely. But it's about to fall
Oh.
down. Okay, it's Rex's turn. Rex needs to make a check here to see if he can pull himself up. He's trying to do that. He pulls himself up a little bit, and he gets on the bridge and runs across
Yes.
back to Julian.
Good boy.
Yeah. But as soon as he does that, the bridge falls apart. In the middle. Here. Shit, it's not letting me unlock it. I think I know why. He's got them all jointed together, which is smart when you're making this stuff.
Actually, pushed
It's a rope bridge anyway.
Mike,
right?
Mike, you got
Yeah.
me on all ins because actually I thought pushing the rock creature back would actually save
Well, you're
the bridge.
you're shooting straight at him, Vince. You weren't
Yeah.
standing at an angle to try and knock it off.
Well, I know, but no, I was trying to knock him back so that way the bridge.
You
can
see the
be
creature falls
guys-
into the chasm now. Rock
We
Creature
also-
3 is dead.
Yeah, we lost Julian.
We'll get her
I think
back.
I fell down too.
I'll find you. Just drag a box around it. It's, where did you go?
That's
Yeah,
rock
she's
creature.
just hiding too well. I'll just pull out a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're making this really exciting.
Found
I
Julian.
found her. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
cool.
over here. She's already to the right. I mean, there's still like where those posts are. There's still ropes hanging there, but they're hanging down. Like
Yeah.
the bridge is sort of like it fell apart for the most part.
Wonderful.
So at least you got rid of that creature. Creature 2, that's Feyre's turn.
Okay, how far across is that chasm?
However many blocks that bridge was.
20?
It
One,
was
2,
20,
3,
that's
so
at
20
least 20
feet.
feet.
20 feet, yeah.
5,
Oh, okay.
10, 15. Yeah, it
that's
was 20
of
feet.
space.
From
Yeah.
base to base, yeah. Do you have any tools at your disposal to help you get across or anything?
Well, we have that grappling hook, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment.
Well,
This
it's
gives me
it's
line
in
of
my
sight.
pack with my rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have line of sight, yeah.
Yeah, so do another ray of frost at that thing.
Creature number 5. Okay. Make
Yeah,
your
rock
attack roll.
creature number 5.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! Never mind.
What is your roll?
I rolled a 2.
Hmm. It's not gonna do it. You doing anything else?
No, not for now.
Okay. All right.
So, Mike, here's the question I had.
What's that?
Okay, since that whole thing happened and that rock creature died, did I get the kill on that?
No,
All right,
No.
that's what I was wondering. I was just wondering.
it just fell down
Yeah.
to its death, really.
Yeah. No problem.
So, creature number 4 attacks Malik.
I got a
Can't
question.
attack the other person.
Oh, well, shouldn't it try to attack? It was focused on her first.
No, it doesn't see her as a threat anymore. So it hits you. It's already attacked you again, or previously.
What's the roll?
17 plus like 6 or something.
Oh lord, yeah, that's gonna hit.
Wow, it just did 18 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Max damage. It rolled max damage.
Wow.
Ouch.
It's your turn though, Malik.
Okay.
Got another heal, Gretty.
Alright, well, the rock monster is the biggest threat right now, and Florence is right after me. I'm gonna go right for taking out rock monster 4. I'm
Okay.
gonna hit it with an attack. So let's roll
Or
my.
is that rock monster 5 hit or healthy? Or no, 4 is healthy. The 5 is hurt.
That's 8. 4 was hurt, I thought. Yeah, 4 is
Four's hurt.
hurt. Yeah, 5
Yeah,
was
the other
healthy.
one's not.
Alright, so that is 8 plus 16.
That hits.
Oh, that's a good roll. Alright. 7, 5, that puts me up to 12 plus 4, that's 16 on my first attack.
Alright, chunks of rock go everywhere. Smashed them.
Still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, second attack is a 5, 8, that's 13. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Alright, and I think, yeah, that's it for my turn.
Okay. Florence, your turn.
Another level 3 cure wounds.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is this music?
21 points of healing.
Alright. You're back up to 24. I know, it's like Nintendo Chrono Trigger. I think.
Yeah, I just backspaced 2 songs.
And then she'll follow it up with a level 2 healing word.
You should have went forward. There's Bowler's Gate after that one.
Yeah.
A level
For
2
another
healing
8.
word. Okay. Alright, so
For
you're
another
healing him
8.
up. Gotcha, yep. He's up to 32 hit points. Okay. Creature number 5 attacks Malik. With a 19.
That hits.
For 12 damage. Okay, crushed you again. Alright, so Julian, your turn.
Alright. So with pretty much no way across, right?
I don't know.
Or can I see like a chance to?
Depends. Like, you gotta think outside the box, you know?
Well, climbing doesn't seem to be an option. I don't really have spells that would help me out. Really could use jump right now, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna pull out my bow and fire a couple of shots over there.
Okay. Which one are you attacking? Because you have line of sight. You don't have line of sight from where you are there, but you have to move a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll probably like step to the side of it.
Okay. That's good. Say you probably have line of sight on number. Well, number 5 is obviously closer.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just start shooting away at
He has partial cover
Fine.
because of the line of sight. It's hard to hit him. Make your attack though.
Okay, first attack misses.
Okay.
Second attack misses.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright. Arcanius.
Yes, Mike, do I have line of... It just appears that I have line of sight on number 4. Do I need to...
Not really. You gotta. You do, but he's got like
Okay.
3/4
Oh,
cover.
yeah, okay. So, how about if I move right here?
You do. So from right there,
Right there.
right there, he's got partial cover from you.
How about right here?
It's even worse.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Right here?
Yeah, you can probably hit him from there.
Okay. Okay, so I will, I'll blast rock creature number 4 with 2 Eldritch Blast. Let's see if I can't destroy this foe.
You're hitting 4 because like 4's way back. He's got
Yeah.
Eldritch
I got
Blast is a
120
ray.
I got 100 and it's a beam with crackling energy.
You'd hit
and
5.
It's 100, and it's 120 feet long.
4 is behind 5 for you. You couldn't hit 4.
yeah. He's kind of hard. I mean, he has like 3/4 cover because of the rock guy in
Alright,
front of
so
him.
I'll attack 5 then.
All right. Attack roll.
Okay, first one is a fail because I rolled a 12.
Okay.
Second one is definite hit because that is 15 plus 8.
Okay.
So,
It's 20.
I think the AC
23?
on him is like 15 or 14.
and I strike him for 15 points of damage.
Okay. Chunks go flying.
Yes.
Are you pushing him into your friends?
No, I'm not going to push him into it.
Okay. I'm just making
Okay.
sure you don't want to be chaotic.
Yeah, I know.
Rex is next.
I'm only
Rex-
chaotic when it suits myself. Sorry.
I know. Rex gets to the edge and starts barking for he's barking for Florence to come back.
Yeah, she
Holds
knows.
action.
Yeah.
Faerith, it's your turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try this again.
Can you climb up on top of the barrels?
Probably, but with my chances of hitting anyway, I'll just stick to keep trying to hit the rock creature anyway.
With the partial cover?
No, rock creature 5.
He has kind of like partial cover there too.
Yeah, that's why I asked if we could climb up on the boxes.
You can attempt that, of course.
The way I roll it doesn't matter. I used a different dice and I still rolled a 4.
Okay. You missed.
I'm done.
Okay.
Do you only have 1 ray for that?
Yeah, he gets 1. It's
Okay.
1 attack.
It's
But
it's
the
one
damage
attack,
gets
it's
doubled.
2 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 dice for damage.
All right, creature 4 again. Attacks Malik. 2 hit is going to be 20, not natural.
That hits.
Mm-hmm.
Anything 18 and up hits.
Right. He does 14 damage. All right, and then
Okay.
Malik, your turn.
My camera got all screwed up, so I had to reset it. Okay, my turn. Well, shit. Do you got spell point? I turn to Florence. Do you have magic left?
Yes, I still do.
Okay.
This is why I switch. This is out of character. This is why I use spell points.
Okay. I'm going to wail on number 4 again then.
All right, do it.
Oh, sweet. That's gonna be 22 total. That's hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 damage.
Chunks go dribbling off of him.
Okay. And the second attack is a hit for that's 15 plus 8. So
Yep. Hits.
let's see. It's 3, 5. That's 8 more damage.
Okay, it crushes them, and the rock energy that holds them together, or the magical energy, falls apart, leaving little
Finally.
pebbles and stones on the ground. Okay, Florence's turn.
Another cure wounds at level 3.
Okay,
Only 11.
okay. But he's back up to 17.
Unless it crits, I'm good.
Yeah. I've been critting a little bit here. We're doing high damage anyway, so he's gonna attack you again. It is only a 12 to hit, I believe.
Oh, I parry the attack away with the flail.
It's actually a 14, but
I
still
still-
misses, right?
Still parry it away.
Okay. Julian.
Alright, yeah, I'll just keep shooting at him.
Okay, make your attack.
That's a 22 to hit.
That's hitting, yeah.
Has it been wounded already?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, actually, let me just check. It's fine. So that's, 15 piercing.
Is it magical?
Nope.
Okay, you do
Neither arrow nor bow.
7
you only do
damage.
7 damage to him.
And the second attack is a crit.
Oh, nice.
That'll be 17 points.
Did you roll 2 die for your damage die?
Yeah.
Okay.
17 points of damage. So, okay, you do 8 damage there. Alright. Are you done your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Arcanius.
Yes! I see one creature left standing, and I shall take him down.
Okay.
So blast him with my Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
2 shots. And hopefully I blow chunks.
Oh, brother.
First one sucks because it was a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack is actually 16. Does that actually hit?
It misses. Barely.
16 misses. Shit.
Well, where are you standing? Hold on.
It looks like it's got
I thought I
partial
had-
cover from right
I
here
thought
still.
I had- I thought I
Okay,
had
yeah, that
full
hits for
cover.
you. That hits for you.
Okay.
Roll damage.
hmm
I should still give him cover because you're behind a bunch of obstructions. Really.
15 points of damage.
Alright, 15. Got it.
Yes.
End of turn.
15. End of turn.
Skipping Rex. Faerith.
Okay, I guess I will try and climb up on these barrels. Is that possible? Will they give me a better line of sight?
Try it.
Move
Apparently
that-
you can't climb them.
Yeah.
Oops.
I was gonna say, I think the pickaxe might be knocking me off, yeah.
Yeah, right.
No check required. You easily climb them. Alright, yeah, you have perfect line of sight, and I'm going to give you advantage for your height advantage. Now
Okay.
on him, because you're
I might-
firing down at a large target.
Alright, I cast Witch Bolt at him.
Okay, is that an attack roll?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the better roll was an 8 with my plus 7, that's 15.
Missed.
Ah! Okay, end of
Your
turn.
witch bolt energy starts cracking the rocks around it, but it doesn't hit
Right.
him. Malik, you're again.
Alright. Turning to his next enemy, he focuses in with his hunter's mark on number 5 and begins to attack, flailing away with the flail.
Okay.
Alright, the first attack is 15 plus 8, that's a hit.
Yep.
Alright, 12 plus 17 damage on the first attack.
You crushed him. Little pebbles go flying everywhere.
Oh, thank goodness.
Florence, behind you, breathes a sigh of relief.
Turning around and scowling, Malik raps her on the forehead with his knuckles and says, "Save the searching through the checking the stuff out for later next time."
Yeah, right.
Good thing I made that. Good thing I made that a lot easier. I nerfed them a little bit too.
Yeah.
Anyways. Not much, but you know, I was like, I don't know how well this is gonna go here, so I didn't
Yeah.
make them super hard. Did you like the bridge part though, Vince?
That was pretty cool, yeah. And you got a good attack on me too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, did
I was
we
hoping
gather?
you would hit me.
Do we have all the stuff that was here gathered up? That was in the chest.
I don't think so. She was sort of like just starting to look and examine.
Alright, well, Malik is gonna go through and grab what isn't destroyed and try and stuff it in his pack before he tries to cross. So, what do
So
we
who
got
has
that's
the grappling
left?
hook?
It's still at the base of the first mountain. It's our way back down.
I've
no,
got one.
No,
We're all
someone
right.
Grabbed it. Someone grabbed it and
No, I didn't
I
grab
got a
it.
grappling hook.
floated down.
I'll be right back.
She has another one. Yeah, I know there's.
Okay, because
Two
my
or something.
my rope is still at the other mountain because nobody pulled it up and untied it.
No, Favors did. Because
No,
he floated
I
down.
remember Malik said that he left it there.
Yeah, it's still there. Nobody at the other. No, to get up to the temple, I had to do my grappling hook with my athletics, and we
But
didn't
did
pull it up.
Favors,
You're
Was the
Archimedes.
You're thinking
about,
way back.
Yeah, you're thinking about when we left a dungeon. What Jay
Before the
talked
gnome
about is
village.
When we came to the last dungeon, we had to use a grappling hook, and it's still there.
To climb up that time. Yeah, that was an.
Yeah, we climbed
Upward
up,
climb.
and it's still there. I secured it to one of those pillars to make sure everyone could get up okay. But we never pulled it up or nothing.
you know, you could probably Misty step right across this cabin too.
I can, but what about
62.
Florence? Alright, so Mike, what do we got from the treasure that's still intact?
Everything's fine.
Okay, so I gather up everything. I just
I'm back.
shove it into my pack what I can, and Florence does the same. As Malik scowls at her.
Yeah.
So here's an idea. I don't know if this will work, but it might be worth trying. Since you can Misty Step, maybe you secure the rope on that side, and then Misty Step while holding the other end of the rope to this side.
Tie it off to the wooden beams.
Well, there's two ropes from the bridges that are still intact, right,
Mhm.
Mike?
There's threads of the rope are hanging there, so it's most of it tore and ripped. Only one side is there a rope, but it's hanging all the way down.
You'll hear Julian's voice from the other side. Malik, Florence, you guys all right?
None the rushed for wear.
All right,
Shoot-
watch out.
Shooting
And I'll
Florence.
throw my grappling hook over,
Okay.
tied to the rope I have.
Alright. So I grab it and I try to secure it to one of these rocks around the edges.
Yeah, make a survival check, I guess. I don't know.
That
The
would be
poles are still
survival.
there though, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes.
you could easily tie them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can wedge it underneath the rock that it was tied to, like so.
Okay. Do I still need to make a survival check?
No, not for your part. Someone needs to make a rope tying, or someone needs to hold the other end,
Well,
or
it's,
tie it off to
I'll-
something on the
aren't
other
the-
end.
I'll tie it up.
All right, so you tie it up on that end. Okay. So how are you getting across? You just gonna shimmy across with it? And all this treasure you're carrying?
well, I've got most of the treasure. I'm looking at Florence and
60 gold pieces in a sack.
Yeah, let's just say that I've got most of the treasure on me.
Florence will take
Alright.
up the rest.
No, I've got
Alright.
all the heavy stuff on me.
You put it in your packs, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any disadvantage. I'm just making sure you're taking it with you if that's what you're doing.
Florence could shimmy across, and then once she's across, Malik could untie the rope and Misty step over so we can keep the rope in case we need it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just.
That's what Florence will do. Shimmy
Well,
over.
Just
All right,
just
Florence,
a second.
make a
just
hold on.
Hold on a second,
She's-
guys.
She already said
Oh,
she's doing
I
it.
was saying just a second before Florence was said that.
Go
I was
ahead.
I was checking to see if I still had any rope in my pack, which I don't. Never mind.
My rope is 50 feet long, though, right?
They're quite long. You got
Um,
plenty of rope here.
The bridge is 20
20
feet across.
Yeah,
So we can
20.
just take a double, pull it back, don't need to waste another spell slot.
Florence, are you going across?
Yeah, I'm going across.
Make an athletics check. Or acrobatics if you choose to. whichever's
Oh
higher.
no, I rolled a 5.
Oh, you fell to your death.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
So what happens is Florence doesn't fall, but what happens is her hand slips
Mm.
and her backpack containing some of the stuff that she uses. Let me take a look at your sheet. And then I'm gonna roll. Where's your damn character sheet?
Oh,
Oh my god.
This is gonna be funny. You might lose some good stuff in there.
oh no. Do you have my link?
I'm looking. I'm about to find it. Hopefully you have everything on your sheet. Yeah, I got it here. Let's see.
There's a spell tile. Is that a scroll that was in the chest, or
Hmm?
it says protection from good and evil?
Hold on. I'm reading something.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I wrote down everything you guys found.
So your mess kit falls down. Let me see how many things fall out of your pack.
Oh,
So 4 things. You lose all your rations,
oh,
your mess kit for cooking and whatnot. Let's see what else falls out. All your calligrapher supplies just fell out of the pack.
Oh. What are those?
For transcribing.
scrabbing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes it easier for her to do that kind of shit. And let's see here. You lose your fiddle, your viol that you're carrying your musical instrument for singing and playing music. Crashes down the thing, and you barely grab hold of your pack. Make another athletics check now to see if you can get across further.
At least those can be replaced.
A lot of that can be replaced, yeah. So now you gotta make sure you cross all that shit off. Still have your thieves' tools.
14.
Yeah, you make it the rest of the way, no problem. This time.
Brother.
Okay.
Alright. So, Malik unties the rope and signals to Julian to start pulling it back. And then I use my my Misty Step and I fade away and reappear behind them.
Is that a spell slot each time?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh wow. Okay. So you misty step back. Good. All right, you guys are on the other side. Everything's calmed down at this point. What are you doing now?
Malik just kind of slumps to the ground. He's beaten and exhausted after this. His
Florence does the same on another corner.
armor is dented and scowling at Florence. He looks at Julian and he goes, "No, I am not alright."
Looks like you two are fairly beaten very well. You might be in need of a rest and rations and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, this party's
I
pretty
might.
messed up here.
Turning to Julian, Malik says, "There was rations at the other peak behind us. We could go there." And then turning to Ferret, "Could you cast that spell again to protect us?"
Yes, I can.
So I desperately need time to rest.
Are you resting right here
No, we would
No.
go back here to get,
by the portal?
well fed.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, well fed.
It'll last 24 hours. The well-fedness. So,
And that's all these barrels are supplies.
when you do a long rest, does it automatically heal you to full hit points, or
Yes,
you still
it
roll
does.
hit die?
No, full rest automatically heals you to full hit points.
Does anyone have any injuries or anything that they need to roll checks on?
Nothing except for her wits and her pride.
Okay.
Wait,
I'll
wait,
just-
don't move me.
So what kind of
Oh.
rations do we have here?
All sorts of good food, like vegetables, and there's some meat, salted meats and stuff.
Salted meat, cheese,
Cheese, that kind of
Wine.
thing. Some
Yes.
wine.
some good baked bread or some pastry or
Yeah.
something
How
like
much
that.
days worth of food would you be able to? Would you say would be in here?
Quite a bit, like probably. There's probably more than days worth. There's months worth of food.
All right.
Yeah.
She'll take about enough to do 5 days of rations to replace what's lost.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take some rations myself.
Yeah, I think we should all stock up on rations.
Yeah.
Get back where we were.
I'd take at least a week's worth of rations,
Okay. That's
And
fine.
I-
You can.
and I'll eat and I'll drink a bottle of wine myself. Get drunk.
You can definitely do that.
With us taking a long rest, we should have enough time to have a closer look at what we found.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna refill my rations too. I'm gonna put, let's see,
So if you guys want me to try and identify this stuff, I can do that.
I think Florence can help with that too, right?
yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
Alright. So were you starting the long rest? Are you casting that campsite spell?
You
I
guys want
will.
me to move all this shit over so you can look at it?
I have notes in the party
Yeah.
loot area.
Okay. It's just for me then. So there's 60 gold and a bunch of other shit in here.
Okay, so I've positioned myself so that when I cast this spell for us to rest, even if someone bypasses my arcane lock, that the force field that basically goes up around us is going to end right at the entrance to that gate. So even if someone bypasses my lock, they're going to walk into a force field that'll just knock them back in through the gate.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
And that'll give us our 8 hours of rest. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for those who need it.
Oh man, hopefully that scale armor suits Florence because she only has like a 12 armor class, which is very bad for her.
The scale armor.
Yeah.
All right, she'll since she can wear it, since she's can be proficient in it, she'll take it.
It needs to
All
be
right,
identified, doesn't it?
Needs to be
You
identified.
identified first. Yeah, she'll identify it first.
So you cast the spell Identify, and this is very fine scale armor. Could definitely be worn by a woman, and it fits very subtle or supple. There's like a nice soft leather underneath of it,
Oh man.
but the metal is very well made. It's bound together very professionally. It is it has a magical aura around it, so it's +1 scale. And let me see.
That would put it at 15 AC, I think, or 16.
Yeah, probably. What's your AC normally? 11, Florence?
10. Well, 12 with the armor that I have now.
It's 15 AC on that,
Yeah, so you'll go up to a 15.
and
Alright.
up to +2 from Dex.
Yeah, so how
She's
much?
got
She
a
doesn't
10
have any
dex.
dex. Yeah. So your armor class is going to be. Are you wearing this now?
She'll put it on.
Okay, so you're at a 15. I'm changing that. Don't forget to update your sheet.
Yes, I am.
Now you need to make a new token.
Yeah,
Of
something more
course.
badass.
Yeah.
Something more badass for real.
Here, I'm gonna do it right now. D&D female bard. I'll give you some choices until you come up with your own, because that one's
Right.
got to go. Ah, I found the perfect
And she's human too.
sexy ass picture. It's like super hot too.
Oh,
I think
alright.
so. It looks pretty good. Lawrence armor. It's not exactly scale looking, but you get the point. Tell me that's
Oh,
not cool.
that is badass. Yeah. She gets a loot in her hand and
This armor also
there.
beautifies you and gives you a makeover. Actually, no. You know what? When you wear this armor, it is a armor that gives you. Let's see. What is your stats?
wisdom and charisma are stats, I think.
Yeah, she actually gains a +1 to her charisma.
Ooh.
This beautifies you slightly, so you get a bonus to your charisma.
Oh, I've got one for Florence.
Oh,
A
hold
picture.
on. Let her decide. So, are you wearing it? So, I'm going to change your charisma to 14.
Yeah, she'll. I like to have this. The one that you have, Mike. That'll work good.
Okay. I like that one too.
I saw a
So-
picture. It looked pretty cool, but it wasn't. I thought it was
Yeah.
armor underneath, but it wasn't.
So, Mike, I'll take time to ID the bow, the longbow.
A longbow. Okay. Hold on 1 second. We'll do that in a second here.
Okay.
I'll just finish out what I was doing for her. So
Uh,
how's that for a bad night of
Yeah.
getting your ass kicked, huh?
Yeah, and
not
now
too
I just
bad.
need to get my violin replaced.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, she can play other instruments. She just doesn't have any instruments on her.
It's true. There she is, new and improved.
Cool.
There she is. She's like, "How do I look?" And her voice is even like prettier and shit like that. All of a sudden, Arcanius, your opinion of her is completely reversed. You're like, "Whoa, what's this?"
Hey, I have a question. I'm going to, while we rest, I'm going to study that book.
All right, hold on. Let's do one at a time. So,
Okay.
What book?
so there's her thing. There's the scale armor, right? That's that. And then you're looking at the bow, right?
Yeah, I wanted to identify that for Julian because I figured
It's a
she'll probably use it.
magical longbow, +1. But
Nice.
this bow has some special property.
Oh.
It has the ability to fire different arrow types, different damage type arrows. So whatever you draw before you release, you can shape in your mind with this magical item to change the arrowhead tip to blunt, slashing, or piercing.
Oh, that's cool. That's at will too, huh?
At will. Yeah.
Multiple purpose. Oh, very cool item.
+1 weapon.
Congrats on
Oh
that.
yeah, that rocks.
That's a pretty off. That's like almost. That's kind of almost epic, kind of.
That's
So I'll hand that to Julian.
It's only
and I'll-
+1 though, so it's-
Well, yeah, it's +1, but also you could choose weapon.
so you can
damaging
you
type
can
as
basically go from like a broadhead arrow to a pointed tip, like a bolt would have, to
Or
a round bludgeoning tip.
to a slash. Yep.
Well, the broadhead would be
The
slashing,
broadhead would be a slashing. Yeah.
and then the pointed tip, like a bolt tip, would be piercing. And then I've seen pictures of arrows where they've basically got a big old ball on the end, and that would
I
be
have-
bludgeoning.
No, actually, I have arrows with arrowheads that are bludgeoning that you use for small game. It hits them and it kills. They're bludgeoning arrows. They're bludgeoning tips. They actually for small game without puncturing their. It just kills them.
Right. It cuts through them
Yeah.
instead.
Yeah, it just knocks them really fucking hard with 30 pounds, 40 pounds of pressure. I have actual arrow tips of that in real life.
So-
Is anyone doing anything other than identifying this bow? There may be more to learn about.
What?
Well, after I identify it, I'm going to hand it to Julian and tell her what at least what I've learned that it does.
So
Try it out.
I'm trying to make a point. So we'll just say through your identifying, you also make an Arcana check and learn the history of this thing.
Oh, cool.
See, you guys got to understand that distinction. Arcana checks tell you about something. Identify tells you what the magic does. So this bow has a history in the Far East.
I thought that would be a history check.
Arcana is a history check, but on magical items.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's categorized with the other history checks.
Okay.
So this item was used by mounted cavalry in the country of Karator. Think of that as sort of like Mongolians or something like that. In ancient times, these bows were crafted for their riders to assault cities and break doors down, and as well as for all-purpose use. But their elite guard would wield these bows in honor of their lord, in honor of their their sultan or whatever they called their king. That's what this was used for. So it's a long bow, but it's recurved, like their style of bow making.
Yeah.
So it has the power of a long bow, but the length of it like a shorter bow, not such a short
Right.
bow. It's recurved. Makes
Cool.
sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You got that written down, Dave?
Got it.
Okay. And then we've got this orb that we found earlier we never had a chance to identify.
Oh, that's been identified.
Oh,
It
I
has
missed
been.
that. Okay.
It gives you a +1 to your spell DC.
Yeah.
But because someone identified it, they realized there's a curse on this thing. So the longer you wield this, the more times you cast through it, and the more creatures you kill, you slowly it saps away your beauty or your
Charisma.
charisma. Yeah,
Mhm.
takes that away from you as you wield
Right.
it longer.
Okay. Did we also check out the Morning Star then? Well,
I'm using it.
Yes.
That's what he was using during that battle. Tell him about that weapon, because he did miss that.
Oh, it is a flail with reach. It's got a chain from the handle to the head, so it's got up to it's got a 5-foot chain on it. Apparently,
It's 10 feet. It's
It's
10 feet reach.
10
weapon.
feet reach. I mean, the 10 feet reach with it, and it does bludgeoning and piercing. It's +1 magical. That's why I was using it fighting the rock things.
But it also gives you advantage on grapple checks.
Yes, on grapple checks, which
That's cool.
I've got a plan for it actually, depending on how far we get tonight.
I hope I'm not overpowering you guys too much, but I figured
No.
you guys are in sort of like, you know, you're tier 2 characters, so I got to give you some magic.
Mhm.
So
What
there's
about the?
mhm.
Oh, I was gonna say, what about the wand then?
So that wand, you identified it, right?
That's
a
the one we
wand.
just found. Yeah.
It's a wand of magic missiles with 60 charges.
Oh.
You can fire up to 3 magic missiles. For each magic missile you choose to fire on one action, uses a charge. So if you fire 3, it's going to take away 3 charges, etc. But 60 charges on it. But it's magic missile and it always hits. So
Yeah, there you go. Great item. And I'm
Okay.
gonna take a look at that book, Mike, since I can read Abyssal.
Well,
Give it-
Flo-
And magic.
if Favorith lets you have it,
And magic. And magic. No, he wasn't here, so he snatched it.
it's in. No, he was here for that.
Doesn't count. No, he wasn't.
Yes, I was. I had it written down before tonight even started because I was here last
he
week.
did that last week. He's right. He's right.
And you guys
Oh.
actually handed me the book, told me to use it because I was the wizard of the party. So
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Because
we
he
did.
can't-
It's in the recording.
I don't
Trust me,
remember that.
he did. I remember him doing that.
anyway, there's also a scroll case with 5 scrolls in it. You said
All right, which one do you guys want me to talk about first? The book? Are you looking at the book or?
I can't read Abyssal, so I don't know if anybody else in the
Okay.
party can read Abyssal.
So
He
I
can.
can.
Several people can. It's up to you to
Yes.
let them do that for you.
Well, think about it. I can read Abyssal and magic, so.
I'll let Arcanius look it over. Sure.
So, good luck.
Right.
All right. There
Yeah,
are
I don't know if I'll
several.
trust what he says.
There are several spells in here, including some cantrips. So there's there's 3 cantrips written down in here. Well, as long as you're holding this book, you can cast these cantrips. Okay, these are mage cantrips. Okay, possibly other classes can get use out of this too. The first one is prestidigitation. True Strike, and Firebolt.
Fireball. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's got 3 cantrips in there. So write those 3 down.
Okay.
It also has some spells in there, other spells.
Now, I have a question, Mike.
Okay.
What I have
what?
to, right, in order for me, okay, now for me to give the book back to Favorith and tell him exactly what's in there, like, do I have to translate it for him in order for him to use the book?
Someone
make
needs
use
to be
of
able
it?
to read it. Someone
You
needs to be
actually
able to
have-
read Abyssal.
Yes, actually physically be able to read Abyssal. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That doesn't
Okay.
mean you can't teach him how to read Abyssal over time.
Okay.
It would that would be a downtime action you would have to do.
Yeah, I'd have to strike a deal with him. Tell him, make it worth my while, and I'll teach you Abyssal.
And my response would be learning
Ooh.
those spells would save your ass someday.
Mm-hmm.
Malik
Ah.
turns to him and he says,
This is a good opportunity to see if you guys can get along with each other.
"All right, so let's continue. What about the scrolls?
Well,
Or
no,
is-
I wasn't done
okay.
with the book.
Wait, hold
What
on,
else in the
yeah.
book?
Because people keep interrupting me. People keep asking questions, and I'm not getting done what I'm trying to say.
I'm sorry, Mike.
So-
Can you repeat those cantrips? I got
Keep writing
Firebolt.
these down.
Prestidigitation,
I am-
True Strike, and Firebolt.
I don't
All right,
know how to
keep
spell
going.
frigidity.
Okay,
I
so
wrote them down already. They're in the party loot.
All right, good.
there's a spell of Featherfall
Okay.
that's in the book. Chromatic Orb,
Okay.
Ray of Enfeeblement,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's
Um,
actually a warlock spell, I think.
Crown of Madness. These are all wizard spells as well.
Yeah.
Crown of Madness is in there.
Yep.
Let me know if I'm going too fast, because I don't want to repeat them.
Draconis is writing them down.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it all.
I saw second and third level. There for first and second level spells. There is a spell of Stinking Cloud and Lightning Bolt.
There you, man, that'd make them powerful.
Now, with this book, if you can read Abyssal and translate the writing in this, you can teach yourself these spells. Anyone with the ability to cast arcane magic, or who has the ability to learn spells, such as a wizard.
Yes.
But only the cantrips can be automatically cast by someone who's holding the book. The rest of the spells can be learned, however, without like having to buy the scroll.
Okay, so Arcania, since you're the only one who probably would be able to make use of this and who can actually read the book, do you want to hold on to that for now and then later on maybe teach me how to read it so that I can learn those spells?
Yes, I'll teach you Abyssal.
I'll say that in order for you to teach him Abyssal, you'll need downtime and
Yes.
possibly like 2 weeks of downtime to kind of give him the basic fundamentals of the language. What other languages do you already know, Faerith?
He knows Elven, Common, Draconic, Drow, Goblin, and Infernal.
Since you know Infernal, it should be relatively easy for you to pick this up. So I'll say about a week worth of education. As long as your teacher is pretty good.
And Malik walks up to him, puts a hand on Fareth's shoulder, and says, "I will assist as well. During my education at the Order, this was one of the languages I studied."
Excellent, thank you.
So those are all the spells in the book.
Okay, so let's move on to the
Pretty
scroll
good
case
spell.
and then we can get back
Right.
into everything.
So the scroll case, which one are you referring to? The Magic Scrolls times 5 I got there?
Yes.
So what these are, when you identify them, these are sort of like made-ready scrolls that all you have to do is cast a spell of your choice, something that you know, and you can inscribe that with very little effort. So you can place charges onto these spell scrolls. So whatever spell you choose, you can write to this book very easily, and the spell's energy will be stored in it for use. Got that?
I got it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, if anybody else has anything left to do that, and then I've got one other thing left right before we get started.
There's also the protection from evil and good spell.
Yeah, I
Which-
wrote that down, but since we already had that identified, I just already wrote it plainly.
Yeah, that's, I think, what class is that for?
Cleric.
So that's probably
Paladin.
cleric, bard, paladin can cast that spell.
Yeah, that's
It's one scroll. It's one scroll of that, but it's a pretty useful spell in a lot of cases.
Yeah, druids could even cast that too.
And you guys also had those 3 healing potions in there. Don't forget.
Yes.
It's a pretty good find, though, right? Like some good magical items there.
I vote we give all the healing potions to Malik. They're all bonus too.
Well, we do still have some in party loot that
I
we could
have
definitely-
I have 5 healing potions myself.
You guys
I
got
don't
60 gold pieces in that, by the way. Don't forget
I wrote
that.
it down earlier. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Yep. Florence, does the armor fit well?
Yeah, it fits great. You know, she's kind of liking it.
Cool.
Does she have like a new perspective and she's not as nerdy anymore?
Now she feels like a adventurer.
Now she feels more badass.
But then again, you see her leaning back on a rock, reading a book while you're dividing the rest of the treasure amongst
You don't read
yourselves.
books anymore. You sit there and you pick your flute.
She doesn't pick a
Or you're
flute.
Have an instrument.
She doesn't have her fiddle anymore.
Can
She
sing,
takes.
though.
She also finds her paper fan and wraps Archimedes on it with it.
All right.
And it gets destroyed by the tip of my horns. So you lose your paper fan.
She grabs another one.
Okay,
And
so
another. And another.
we're doing we
All right.
we did our long rest now, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So, after my long rest, I shall cast mage armor upon myself.
That's a ditto for me.
Got it.
And also, I want to take the time to learn a spell from one of those scrolls.
During the rest, yeah. Which
Melf.
scroll?
Melf's Minute Meteors.
That's one of the ones you bought in the town, yeah. Okay, yeah, that goes into your spell book. That's probably my favorite level 3 wizard spell.
That is your favorite spell, because,
As an evoker, it's very easy to use because I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
hurting my friends, but
yeah, it's very powerful.
Mhm.
Being an evoker is just so awesome.
Well, and in the last battle, I was afraid to cast Fireball because everybody was too close.
yeah, that would have been a bad choice.
Let me take a look at something here.
Did his spider detect any movement on that bridge?
No, nothing.
Okay.
We should probably give this scroll of protection from good and evil to Florence.
Yeah.
Scroll protection from good and evil. I'll make a note of that.
Sweet. You guys are making out like bandits here.
Now, could Florence also use that wand of magic missiles?
I don't think
don't
bards have
know.
magic missile.
Yeah, Bard. Yeah, she's part Bard.
Yeah,
so
she can. Yeah, she can use it.
She could definitely make use of it. Yeah.
Let's give her the wand as well because that'll help with her offensive capabilities.
Yeah, when
all
the
right.
when the searing flame or sacred flame isn't hitting, these always
Okay.
hit because they're magic
Yeah.
missiles. So
So it has 60 charges, and you can cast up to 3 per round.
right, each time you cast, it uses a charge. So if you cast 3 of them, it's going to use 3 charges.
Yeah.
If you let this thing get to no charges, it will be destroyed. But you can probably recharge it with a fair amount of money and
Yeah.
power. You know.
So did you get that, Florence?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
I can't prepare Misty Step.
You can't.
I've been looking at whatever spells I can swap in and out, and I don't see Misty Step on either the Cleric or the Bard spell list.
No.
Well, I've got Misty Step because of my oath. That's the only reason.
So now what are you guys doing?
Is everyone ready?
Oh, yeah. I said I was. I ate a full meal, got drunk, rested, read a book, learned some new stuff, and cast Mage Armor upon myself. Good.
Yeah, just in case that wasn't mentioned already, I'll also cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah, I got you guys both. Yeah. Y'all got well rested hit points there.
Yep.
So you guys are looking good. Hopefully that's reflected on the tracker. Yep, y'all have that +5 hit points.
Right.
Or from the well fed. So what y'all doing?
And we each have a
Well, then.
week's worth of rations.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's find that ogre's master.
Yes, let's find this master. I'm quite intrigued by him.
Move out, G.I. Joe. Heading on up, Julian.
Yeah, sneaking to.
Okay.
Yeah, not as successful.
I got a question. Does Florence need to make animal handlings on Rex? Because the bridges now?
I would recommend you always, check
Well-
Rex and make sure
Alright.
someone's animal handling them. Yeah.
Well, to get him to actually try and cross the bridge after that last situation.
He's like a war dog. He's not afraid of it.
Yeah. I mean, he'll generally follow the group members,
Yeah.
but in order to make sure you're actively like commanding him, you want to do animal handling.
Mhm.
So you're heading further up. So you look across and you see like another area here.
All right.
Stones up ahead. It looks like it goes left and to the right.
Okay. My sneak is 14 this time.
You're moving fairly quiet, but the bridge is creaky. Yes. Yeah, you don't see much else yet. But move up. You're gonna have to move up. So yeah, you see. This is what you can see. Again, there's more area to the right there, and some area to the left that you can't see all the way down yet.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
giving
head to
my
the right.
animal handling check there.
Okay, looks good. Alright, moving that way, huh? There you go. Some more pass. You see an opening further down.
Okay, so that's leading off into the distance, right?
It's off into the distance, very much so.
Okay, so yeah, with no one hanging around there, I'll check out these other rooms then.
Ooh, okay. So you see, you're standing on something. Some strange-looking crystals. There's a cart filled with stones to your left. So a strange device is up ahead, and some crates behind it.
Ooh.
Malik, seeing that device, looks back at Florence. Could that be what that gnome was talking about?
Could be. Let me check. Florence then comes over there and investigates.
Make an investigation check.
Uh, 8.
It's obviously mechanical in nature. There seems to be a series of gears and mechanisms when you open up the base of it. Very finely made. You're impressed. You're definitely impressed with the craftsmanship.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what that looks like. You can see other gears and similar devices kind of flowing out of these crates here, sticking out of the tops of the
Yeah.
crates. So there's similar devices. This is probably what she was looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then we can
Who
get.
wants to search for these crates other than me? Last time I was searching something, 3 rock creatures come and jumped us.
We'll come back for this before we leave. This is
All right,
probably
then.
what the gnome was looking for.
Okay, you're headed that way?
Yeah, unless there's any way to access that hidden area from where we stand.
The hidden area. So, yeah.
Is it this side or
I
that
can't
side?
see if it has an entrance.
It does. So,
Okay.
as you stand there, you see what looks like to be an image of a man. It's ethereal in nature. And he says, "Blast you all! My master will hear of this." And then he just disappears.
Imperial? What's that mean?
It's like it's not real. It's like a illusion.
Yeah, there was some. He was ethereal, like it was like ascending or something, perhaps.
Oh,
Like you just see it disappear, almost like a projection in front of you.
oh, look at this. An ornament heart.
That's no way to greet your guests. But Florence, seems like he left a present for you.
An ornament heart. Up. Oh,
That
heart or harp?
It's a.
It's an ornate harp.
Yeah.
Ornate harp. It's an instrument to play. Might want to identify that later before you try to play
she
it,
does
but
that. Yeah,
later.
she'll do that. She'll take it.
Is that a doorway up there?
Yeah, it's a path somewhere, leads somewhere.
All right, Malik is going to take up position off to the side here with some cover, watching that doorway.
You might have some paperwork on that desk.
There's paper everywhere. There's a whole scroll thing, another chest.
Let's just grab every piece of paper and we'll go through it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl case, map. Hey, there's a map. Yes, let's grab that map.
I'm having a quick look through the tent if there's anything of interest.
Not really. It's just like like a bedroll and stuff like that.
So let's take every piece of paper out of here. We'll get whatever
Right.
gears the gnome needed out of the crates over there,
Right.
and then let's head back through the portal. Unless maybe we look out the doorway real quick first, at least to see what's out there.
Okay, is that what you're doing? What are you guys doing?
Okay, so
Yeah.
they got.
Already off in that direction.
Did they check the barrel of scrolls and the pack and everything too, and the desk?
I'm not sure what you guys checked so far.
Yeah.
Other than paper. I didn't hear barrels.
Like,
Well, it says barrel and scroll.
Oh,
There's
scrolls.
sticking out,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Hold on.
you guys got to tell them what you're searching.
Yep.
Everything doesn't identify anything for him to tell us.
Yeah, no, I should have been more specific. I intended when I said every scrap of paper that we were going to search through, and if it was a piece of
I
paper.
prefer if you're searching, you search right here and there, so we can talk about it right now.
Yes.
Just to keep it simple, because I'm using the map as a sort of my reminder to know what's here.
Right.
Who snuck a picture of Nicolas Cage into this thing?
Where? I don't see it.
There, right there on the floor. It was on one of the crates.
Really? I didn't see it. Maybe it's underneath something that I can't see or something.
Where's your?
You're saying it's underneath that tile?
Oh.
Jay's got it.
Someone must have put that there when they made the map.
Nicolas Cage in there.
I don't know.
We have the identity of the master.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that was not my intention.
The kitten.
A cat. He must have been in the cage. I don't know. Did someone create that?
Yeah, that's custom. That's a custom card.
So what this is these are the faces of his victims. I don't know. Nah, that's not what it is.
A poor
So-
kitty cat and the crazy actor.
So, what are you guys doing then, in that case?
Well, I guess we'll start with the barrel and scrolls.
Yes, barrels and scrolls.
Alright, so the barrel and scrolls, there's the barrels filled with drinking water. The scrolls are blank parchment, and some of them have different things written on them. It's mostly like information that this guy was keeping for his inventory. All the rocks that he's collected that have magical properties.
That could be
how much he
nice.
was able to accumulate. Some he has shipped off to Luskin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently some of them went that way. Others went further into the mountains. So yeah.
That would be helpful information for the future.
Yeah, it just gives you a general sense of what he was doing with his operations here. He was gathering these things, and looks like he sent ogres with these supplies to different locations around the northern Sword Coast.
Okay.
Alright, so what else are you guys doing?
Searching the table that has the map and scroll case.
So the map is a map of the area. It illustrates the intricate system of paths that this place has. It looks like the first area, the temple, is marked on there, and then this area is above the temple, higher up above. So you must be directly above it, but higher in the mountains. It also shows that there is a large, naturally carved staircase that goes down to the other side of this mountain that you're in, and leads off into further wooded areas and stuff. Like it just shows the temple area. So it must have been made by the Tierites when they lived here. It's very old looking, and it shows you the layout. So the portal must have been part of the system, and you get the sense that they made all this here.
Alright, we take the map with us for further to keep for further information and to to go back and look at to to see where we're at and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, so in the scrolls there, mostly it's just more rubbish, but you do find some magical scrolls. They look to be two scrolls of cure wounds are on these things.
Just to make sure Florence gets those.
Yes.
Oh yes.
2 scrolls of cure wounds.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, what about the desk itself?
Ah. Once again, you find a journal. It describes in further detail a lot of information about his rock creatures and what he intended to do with them. He says the production goes well. There's a specific passage in here that you find interesting. It says the production goes well. I believe my associates in Luskin will be pleased with my progress. I've sent several of my minions there with what I have produced, yada yada yada. And then it goes on to explain that Cambio will take a back seat to me once this is over, once I'm done. I'm feeling confident that S will favor me over Cambio.
Ooh.
I ask Arcanius if that name means anything to him.
I have heard that name Cambio before, but I don't remember.
You guys learned that name.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
You learned that name from the Trumont house guard that you rescued.
Oh, okay.
Cambio was the advisor to Lord Trumont.
Yes. But besides that, I don't know anything about this. This is
Oh,
all
okay.
out of my territory. I don't know anything. I've never been in this part of the region.
Where are you from?
Luskin?
Well, you would know Luskin.
Yeah, no, Luskin.
Well,
That's
he
the
sent
mountains.
these things to Luskin with
Yeah.
the stone things, with the ogres.
On the scrolls of cure wounds, what level are these scrolls?
We'll say that they're level 3 scrolled.
Level 3. All right.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I might have jumped the gun. Did you search the backpack over there by the table, Arcanius?
No, not yet. I was letting other people have their say.
Well, I figure you're over there. You go ahead and look through it, see what you find.
Yeah, I searched this backpack, Mike,
Okay.
when everybody's done doing their thing, so that way I don't interrupt.
You find 10 gold.
Here's 10 gold to add to our...
You also find some other things. There's some fine clothes in there, worth about 15 gold. You find some iron spikes, about 10 of them. These things look like they can be used. They have like leather wrappings around them. They can be used for climbing.
Ah, really? Okay. It appears I have found some type of climbing device, like 10 iron spikes. I'm sure you have to be strong and very dexterous to use these. Yes.
You find an hourglass inside of there, like a little silver, like ornate looking hourglass, probably worth about 50 gold, but it's also an hourglass.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way we can time ourselves.
Florence, you find a mess kit in there, cooking supplies,
Oh, I'll take the mess kit.
and you also find a silver mirror, hand mirror.
Ooh. She checks that out.
Yes. You look good when you look at it.
You want to just write that down on your sheet, Florence?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Malik calls out to the rest of the party. Are you nearly done?
So, what was in those crates behind that?
Oh, there's one more thing on the
device.
desk. I'm sorry. So there's another orb on the desk. It's encased inside. It's sitting in top of that chalice there. Yeah, on the desk there.
Okay.
It looks very similar to the orb you found earlier.
Well, we'll take it and identify it later.
Unidentified orb. Yep. Okay. Where are you getting all these Nick Cage pictures?
Just
Were they-
found them just lying around.
All these were here?
They were in this room.
Yeah.
No way. I didn't notice any of this shit. I don't know how you guys see things different than I do. For some reason.
No, they were just really small.
Oh, by the way, there's an intact crane apparatus here. Looks like it's used for lowering things down the ravine.
Based off of the map, where does that lower it down to?
Probably somewhere down into the valley, the woods below.
That might be useful.
Might be
for
how
an
he got his
egress.
supplies up here.
Yeah.
Based
Right.
on that map, it leads there.
Mm-hmm.
How close
So you
to
had
the
an-
How close to the
Yeah.
gnome village is that? Is it?
You guys aren't far. I mean, like
Well-
whatever distance you traveled to get to the temple, apparently, you're basically the same distance. So if you took that down, that thing, then it would take you somewhere near Gnome Village, probably within an hour's travel,
Okay.
if you can find your way back.
All right. Malik is going to. Are you guys done in that room?
I think we've checked everything at this point.
Yes.
All right.
That heart though.
Hmm.
that we found. It's just unidentified heart, and we gave it to
You gave it to me, yeah,
yep,
Florence.
Florence.
And she'll make. Well, does she have time to do the identification?
No.
It's up to your party. I
Not
guess.
now.
Yep, definitely. Right. Okay.
So what else you guys doing?
Malik is approaching this and just kind of poking his head out to see what's in there.
You step out a little bit and you see that there's a very long path down, like an ascending set of stairs, like going left and right along the face of the mountain, leading to the other side, kind of towards the northeast. It doesn't seem to go as low as the crane would take you, though, but it takes a different path.
Based off of the map, does it lead to like another cavern system, or?
Not that you can see. No.
It just
the
goes
map
down?
Sort of, just goes down.
Alright, let's gather up those parts and put them on the crane.
Right. The crates and the pile of crates and stuff, and the magic in this device.
I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So what we're putting on the crane?
Yeah, all the mechanical parts and stuff.
Okay.
So we load all this up and put it on the crane. I turn to Julian. Do you want to go down with the parts and keep watch? Would the crane be strong enough to hold a person with everything, or should we split it up?
It would probably handle a person.
Like how much can it hold? Like maybe 2 tons?
Yeah, something like
it is,
that.
It is a crane, so you know that's like the 2 tons is 4,000 pounds.
So we've put like 3/4 of the boxes on there and put Julian on there too, to go down and make sure that the area is safe and stay hidden. Unless we want to send Julian and another person or something down first.
What do you guys want to do?
Nobody's talking.
Well, sure, I'll go with Julian.
I'm gonna head back towards the portal.
Well, that's what I was
Alright.
thinking. As I would go work my way back through to the beginning of the entrance, while some of the party goes down, because someone will have to stay up here to operate the crane, right?
Someone strong that can be able to operate it, yeah.
So, whoa.
Let's go for it then.
All right. So we're lowering. We'll lower Florence, Arcanus, and Julian down together.
First.
Yep.
Okay.
So they're all down.
So
and
those
then-
3 are down at the base, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna put them down there.
And then we lowered,
Um,
and then me and
It's probably 200 feet down, by the way. So it's not to scale here, but just so you're aware. how
Yeah.
far.
and then
So they lower down, no problem. I'll tell you that. They step off. You're sort of in like a rocky alcove, and to the southwest there's like wooded area. You think you might even see a path or a trail up ahead.
and then we lower down. Then me and Fayrith lower down the rest of the parts that the gnomes would need.
Okay. Yep. That's a successful endeavor as well.
And
And the device.
taking a scrap of parchment from that room, I write a note to them and stick it in the device, saying, "Head to the village. Fayrith and I will follow." And lower the device down.
Okay. So you guys are splitting up.
Yeah. Are we sending
now.
Rex with them, or are we keeping Rex with us, Fairith? Because I don't have good animal handling.
I doubt that I would
I
either.
do. I was handling him pretty well.
Okay. So Rex is with you guys. So,
So Rex went with them. Okay.
Yep.
What are you guys doing up here by yourselves?
So we've unloaded everything down to them. We're gonna head back the way we came, through the portal.
Hmm.
Okay. So you guys go back through the portal. Nothing happens to you. The ladder that was there seems to be the quickest way down, or you can track all the way through the temple.
Actually, I thought that on your guys' way out, you might want to grab that shield and sword.
Yeah, I was just gonna grab the shield. I don't think the sword would be very useful. It's incredibly damaged near the hill. One strong hit on something it would probably break, right?
I don't know.
Jay, let me put it this way. Or, sorry, Malik, let me put it this way. You grab that sword and end up in trouble, you're on your own.
You can
'Cause
go down
I'm
the
not-
ladder.
Yeah, I'm not fighting any more wraiths or whites or whatever the hell those things were, especially not just the two of us.
This is when a save game would be useful.
But I am going to grab some of those
Oh
rocks
yeah.
that were by the exit and to bring with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him and grab some of those rocks too, and then I'm gonna wait for him to get down the rope back to the path. On the rope that we used to climb up to the temple. I'm not gonna touch the sword or shield right now, because
Okay.
the party's all broke up, and you've had the weekend to think about it, and I already declared I was gonna take it with me.
All right. So you're grabbing the shield
No,
or the rocks?
I'm gonna grab the shield. Screw it.
All right. So you go all the way
This is gonna
through.
be awesome.
You grab the shield. You die instantly. No. So you grab the shield. Nothing happens to you at this point.
All
You
right.
have the shield.
And then I head out to the rope that we used to climb up and meet up with Fairith there.
All right. So you guys are at the rope. You go down the rope.
I say to Fairith, you go down first, I'll make sure it stays secure.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So you guys make athletics checks to go down.
Yeah, and after Fairith gets down, I get the rope positioned in a way where it won't come undone when I'm climbing down, but I can get it down when we're down there.
Okay. Just gonna load up that map since we're pretty much done here. I'm assuming you guys don't intend to come back there right now, at least.
Right.
No, not right
Right.
now.
My athletics check was a 16.
It's fine. You make it down. No problem.
All right, my turn. Ooh. There's a container in my container.
I had my stuff marked persistent, it followed.
Oops.
Oh my god. My athletics check is a 9.
Yeah, you have a little bit of trouble, but you make it down eventually. You're going
Alright.
down, so it's not that hard. It's only about 30 feet or so.
Okay, and then I kind of pull on my rope so that it comes loose with the grappling hook. Alright,
Yeah, that would be trickier. That thing's stuck up there.
should I make another roll?
No, I don't think you're gonna be able to get that thing off of there. Like that's the thing with grappling hooks. Like once you use them up, they're kind of like used.
Okay.
You know, unless you
Well,
find
There's
a
another
simpler way to do it.
There's another 20 feet of rope. I just cut that 20 feet of rope off of it since it's only
Okay.
30 feet.
You have 20 feet of rope.
It could be useful for something. Never
Yeah,
know.
it's true.
So, alright, so we're gonna head back to the Gnome Village then, Varith?
Works for me. I'd like to
Alright.
have some downtime there if we can manage it.
All right, so that's what we're
So-
doing.
Back, everybody makes their way back. I need Julian to make a survival check to get
Alright.
back to the village. These guys know the way from here. You guys are taking a different path.
Yeah, we also got the map with us too.
It's a map of the area. It doesn't sort of show how to get back
Okay.
to the gnome village. Gnome village isn't on the map.
Alright. That'll be 15 for survival.
You find a clear path. Don't get lost or anything. And within an hour or so, you make it back there. You make it back long before the others. The other two show up about 45 minutes later. You approach from one direction, they approach from the other. Okay?
Okay.
So you did survive. That could have been an encounter for both of you guys, or both groups, but
Yeah.
the dice were in your favor. Some loading up Gnome Village, okay? That might play that music when we're there, or it might not. I'm not sure. It shouldn't play, actually.
All right, do we got new music?
I've had one going in there for a while. I'll change it up again, yeah.
Because
Some
it's
happier music, Gnome Town music. That Celtic music I was using that one time.
I like Celtic music.
Yeah, here we go. I like that Atrium Carcercy music though. That's pretty good stuff for that spooky vibe. There's the Celtic music. Alright. Both groups arrive in town and you're weary from travel but not exhausted or anything. So yeah, Malik and Faris show up from the same exit, and Julian and Arcanius and the others show up from the wooded area to the kind of like the west there.
all
And there
right.
y'all are. Esmeralda sees the group, says, "Hey, you've been gone for a long time. What happened? Did you totally like get lost and stuff? You look kind of beat up."
I just look at her and go, "Ugh," and let someone else do the talking as I walk by.
How many days have we been gone?
About a full day.
We've gone 24 hours, I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay. Fayrith just says and stuff and keeps on walking.
Malik turns to Fairith, says one word, tavern.
That sounds good right about now.
So she's talking to Julian again, her girlfriend.
Well, girlfriend, that's not the nicest compliment I've gotten from you in the last few days, but yeah, we're alright, and we got your stuff.
You did? Are you
Well,
kidding
I hope
me?
so.
Where is
Yeah,
it?
actually, there was nothing. It wasn't worthwhile. We almost died over nothing.
Are you
I'm kidding you.
serious?
It's okay. We got everything
Oh.
we wanted, I think.
Well, thank goodness. Where'd that map come from? Well, where is it? Did you bring it back?
Yeah, we hauled all the shit here, right?
No, you wouldn't have been able to. It was too much to
Okay.
carry. It's sitting at the base of that mountain, but you know the way back, so.
Well, we had to leave it at the base of the mountain, but I can show you the way.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Totally fantastic.
Love
So-
the accent.
She
Um,
loves it that you're here and that you are doing this for her. So yeah, that kind of summarizes that. You can either take her back now, or wait, or whatever. So I guess it depends on what the rest of the group wants to do. But like,
Yeah.
Julian could safely take her and a couple of gnomes with her.
Yeah. And it's
You
best,
know,
probably best
or
not to
downtime.
wait too long.
You don't want
Right.
to leave it
If
sitting
someone comes
there.
looking.
Yeah.
Right.
So while they're doing that, I'm sitting in the tavern with Faerith, and we're having a nice pint, and I'm explaining to him some of the basics to Infernal as we sit there
Right.
drinking.
Abyssal.
Abyssal, I'm sorry, Abyssal.
Yeah.
Abyssal.
With
So,
your tiny
yeah.
gnome pint.
You're giving
Yeah.
him education. It'll take, like I said, it'll take you a week of downtime. So,
Yeah, Florence would use that week to get her wagon back.
oh right, you're gonna go all the way back. Okay. So, who you going with? If you're going there, are you going by yourself? Because you can barely remember how you got here.
Oh,
You know,
man.
if you think about it, I should be the one to teach him Abyssal, since he already knows Infernal, and I speak Infernal and Abyssal, and I can kind of relate how the languages are similar to one another.
Oh, well, we just went to the tavern because we weren't even going to deal with the little gnome that almost got us killed. We were just drinking,
Yeah.
and it was conversation.
No, I'm
Wait,
just.
how did she get you killed? It wasn't anything she did to you.
Find
You
the
went up there
parts.
to investigate what was going on with this strange blood. And by the way, the blood was probably some type of animate blood that came from these rock creatures.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta use the restroom. If you guys are done by the time I'm back, have a good week.
Okay.
And I'm not picky. I'll take lessons from whoever.
She might be looking for a. She might be looking for a guide that, or maybe Julian might help her get locate back, get back to my wagon, and then I just plain roll it back into town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you do that, do you identify your heart?
Yes, I do. I
That's
do.
a
Get the
simple
part.
10-minute thing you could have done on the way
Yeah,
back.
definitely. That's what I'll do.
Oh,
Um,
and okay, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The harp is magical.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play this harp, it has uses per day, 3 uses per day of charm person.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, man. Whoa.
Yeah.
Use it on Arcanius.
She might do that.
On our way back, I asked Faerith to take a look at the shield as well that was in there, if there was any special qualities to it.
Yeah, I'll look at the shield and the orb, the unidentified one.
The shield is not magical. It's still usable, I guess. It's a little old. But it's just a shield.
That works.
Florence will claim that she will not use her harp for evil. She'll
But-
probably just charm someone to question her or something.
So,
Okay.
but you can use it on evil, right? Wink, wink.
Yes.
Alright, and the orb is an orb of confounding... what's the word I'm looking for? Intimidation, I guess, is the best word. But so what it does is the wielder gains the ability to, attack things with greater accuracy and spell attacks. And let me think here. So it gives you +1 to your attack rolls with spells, not DC like the other one. It gives you a advantage on insight checks.
Ooh, advantage on insight.
Hmm.
Is it also cursed?
No, it is not.
Okay, that one we should hold on to.
Is it
Right.
spell attack or spell DC? What did you say?
Spell attack.
Okay,
Spell attack.
Mhm.
so your ray spells would get a bonus.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, also on the way back, Malik, since you've been the one taking the biggest beating, you should probably take these 3 potions of healing that are 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, those are bonus action, right?
No, those are full action.
Full action.
Yeah, actually, we can make them the next tier up since you guys are tier 5. I think the next tier of healing potions is it's 4d4 plus 4.
Okay, 3x 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah, either way, I'll say, yeah, you should have those.
Okay. All right. Crap, I need to go through my inventory.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
9:30 now.
Yeah, it's time to end. Make a quick save here.
Sure thing.
You guys want me to figure experience out real quick? It shouldn't take me very long.
I'm good with that if you want to hang around for it.
Yeah, I can do this. I just
got-
don't want to forget like I did.
I got a quick question. Can I get my sword enchanted tonight before we log off? Because it's been 24 hours.
What did I say that time about that? How long did he say? I forget. Let's do that next week.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
make a
2
note.
days. It would take 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, so let's do that next week.
Okay.
So I'll do it like that. Yeah, that'll be. That's fair. So I made them a little bit easier.
Well, I'm gonna log on off. I got some dinner to tend to.
Okay. Have a good night, David.
Yeah, take care, everyone.